Boomber Schwaffle.
That is the first thing that the stream is going to hear. Hey guys, welcome to episode 42 of Sothiath the Guns Beyond. Last time, our party members made it through the end of the war. Saw a giant green light envelop a large group of orcs that disappeared. Watched a green dragon fly away, and then proceeded to kind of chase the dragon on the way out, but not really. They were just trying to get out. They found out that they were privy to a fair amount of time distortion, managed to make their way back through the gate, and found the guild on the other side of it. As they did, they have some conversations with some different groups of people, debating over land claims and the such. And then we're told that they would be heading back to the guild for the first time in in our campaign, 2 years, or in a year, but in the grand scheme of things, it was a few weeks. So they arrived back at Davenport, did some shopping, got paid their wages for everything that went on, and the parties have the guild has kind of started to do research on trying to figure out more information about this green light and this ancient dragon that the party witnessed, that they're pretty sure has used the entire orc population to create a stone of magic of great consequence and great power. You guys headed home for the first time in a long time, finding the bath done, large ballistas on the roof that fire magic, an elevator that's in the center of your mansion now, as well as got a hearty meal. However, Asher is not with you, but he is, you know that he is heading back shortly. And yeah. So, we ended off with you guys taking your long rest and taking your break for the evening. Everyone give me a perception check. Well, 4 of you give me a perception check. Everyone who's in the mansion, give me a perception check.
I shall percept. I believe I'm in the mansion. Am I in the mansion?
Yeah, you're good.
Perceive.
You're in your, you are in your temple.
I'm in the basement, so I probably don't see it anyway.
Well, this is technically a hearing thing, so.
Okay.
All right.
The giant rat.
Hilda and Sneck, ironically enough. As you're sleeping, Sneck, you don't hear it as much as you kind of feel it a little bit. And it's enough to jostle you awake. Hilda, you hear it incredibly loud as this happens. Just across the palisade, I guess is what it would be from you. As you hear an incredibly large explosion. As you hear the ground actually shakes it as this central, or the tower that this explosion takes place in, shakes the ground and carries over to the ground or underground. As Sneck, you can kind of feel the earth shake a little bit as you kind of watch as you wake up, kind of jostles you awake. You watch as a couple of the very, very old wine bottles that were still left in this room that were kind of rotted out fall to the ground and smash. It's enough to wake you up.
Imagining with my 9 perception, I'm writing on my desk, and just as that happened, I sneeze.
No, you're sleeping. This during sleeping hours. So you just slept through that bitch.
Forget
So
the law
I'm-
doesn't need sleep.
I'm gonna wake up.
You're
and
sleeping for this moment.
Rogue speed, 90 feet.
Who's gonna get there first?
I'm gonna come down
Let
and
me
go
drag you to where you would have
into-
been. So you would have been here.
Where am I? Yeah, I was in my room.
Mm-hmm.
So it woke me up, so I'm gonna run down as fast as I can.
Time rats with.
Oh, you wouldn't have to run down. You can just run across the palisade.
Oh, yeah, I can't I?
Yep.
Well, I'm still gonna run downstairs, because that's what she would have done.
That is perfectly fine.
Where am I? Downstairs.
You're running an extra long distance downstairs. you were running.
Yeah.
You were running.
Oh shoot, that's right.
Yeah, Dust's room is right
The
across from
layout.
yours.
All right, yeah, there. Okay.
There you go.
All right, and I'm gonna just kind of sleuth through and see if I see anything. I think the doorway's here. I'm gonna like look out in the yard
Sure.
and see if I see anything.
Sure. Making your way out into the yard. As you look, give me a perception check, actually. Snake can give me one as well as you burst out into the yard and you start looking around from where you are. All right. Both of you guys, as you kind of do a scan across everything that's going on, you see a very, very small, almost perfect sphere that is missing from the stone tower wall on the inside. Like right here. Like where there used to be a window, and you would have noticed a window, you can kind of see this conical shape that is still a window, but very much different. Also, Snack, as you make your way upstairs, as you make your way upstairs, you notice that the rat has been in the food.
Oh, that's perfect.
Dang it.
The rat has been munching on bread, apparently. It found bread.
I 100% expect that. Time rat's gotta eat.
As well as, actually, sorry, I should do this as well, because I forgot to roll for him. Perception check. No, he's fucking slept. Road's still sleeping.
Okay.
I mean, he's tired. He's been doing a lot of work.
Even though I'm pretty sure bedroom-wise... Oh, wait, no, their bedrooms are upstairs. That's right. You guys gave them the servants' quarters that are, like, up here. So that makes sense. They're pretty far away.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Proceed.
Snack, what the hell was that?
I don't know, but there's a hole in the wall.
I'm gonna investigate the hole in the wall.
Sure. Are you going to run upstairs to investigate the whole wall, or do it from where you are right now?
I'm gonna run up the wall.
Sure.
I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Give me a... Just for flavor, give me a D100.
Sure.
Which
for Snack.
which one of us?
High or
for
low
Snack?
as well.
Hi.
All right. The wall,
Always high.
the hole in the wall isn't quite... It's not quite large enough for you to fit through. However, you can see into it if you would like to.
I will, yes.
Right. You run up the wall, looking into this corridor. It is dark, but obviously you can see with your dark vision. And what you see is a sphere that is cut into this room. This sphere expands in about 10 feet in each direction up and carves into the roof a little bit with this perfect sphere. And what you actually see is a sphere of nothing. Anything that was inside of this sphere, the bed, part of the desk that is now tipped over and kind of on two legs. The door is still intact, and the floor has a slight hole in it. And looking at it, you feel like there's a small enough hole in the floor that it might not be safe to walk into the room anymore either. You're not quite sure from there. Shit just disappeared.
Yep.
You can see that
Metal
there's
knows what it is. Snack.
You can see that there's nothing there.
Including part of Dusk's bed.
Including all of Dusk's bed.
Oh. Oh well.
That was on the other side.
I'll wait for Hilda to get to the door and then shout when she gets. You probably don't want to go in there.
Well, I'm. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna run in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure he's okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna go up the stairs and go into his room.
Give me a perception check as you run in.
And we lose a second part of this thing.
Damn it.
All right. As you take your first step into the room, you
Only a
feel
20-foot fall, she'll
you,
fine.
you immediately feel the floor start to give out beneath you. And as you take before you even take the second step, your natural reaction, you stop as you watch as this entire floor area in the center of this room caves in and just pours into the room below it.
Which was a storage room, right?
It was a storage room that I don't think you even had anything in it.
No.
It was an emptied out storage room.
But the stairwell would have been fine, right?
Where did Erode
stairwell
put his
is-
workshop again on the map? Was it here?
This workshop's in the basement.
Was it? I don't remember.
It's in the large. Yeah, it's in the large room in the basement.
That's right. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it is.
Jesus.
Because I honestly don't remember if I knew
You
where
wa-
he put it.
You watch as the floor just caves in under you. The desk pours in. All the cobblestone that was there that like had kind of been pieced together just falls through. You can make your way to the staircase just barely.
Is the 7 enough to be woken up by part of the building collapsing?
Nope, you sleeping. you're on the third floor, buddy. You're kind of cornered to this almost. You are hardcore sleeping.
It's just
Had a
part
lot
of
of
those.
praying.
It's part of those dwarven dreams you have, you know. Parts
You
of
are-
building falling off.
You're dreaming a tear.
Kill all orcs. Kill all orcs.
You are hardcore dreaming a tear right now. Anyways,
That orc blew up real good.
pretty much.
All
Snack,
right.
from your
well,
little hole vantage point, you watch Hilda run in, the floor collapse under her. There's enough room on the side, just because it's attached to the side of the tower, that she can kind of skirt around and make her way to the stairs, but the rest of the room is crumbled. Basically, what you see inside of the room is about 10 feet in the center of the room has completely crumbled in a sphere there, or in a circumference like circle there. And then you can see the stairs that lead up to the roof are still intact, but floating now as they're not attached to the floor. And there is kind of about a 2-foot ledge around the entire edge of the tower where it's just broken stone.
I told you.
I'm gonna call out, Dusk! Dusk, are you there?
You get no answer.
I mean, I've seen him fly, but he's not usually invisible. Well, it has been invisible when he's
And
done
I
it.
don't think, oh god, he might be unconscious. Help me, Snack. Help me look through here.
I mean, I can fire some arrows into the room, see if it hits anything.
Well, no. Help me look for him.
I mean, I'm looking. I can't get in this little hole. I have to come round. Hold on. I go up to a window.
You can literally make your way like a few feet over and get to a window. It's just the
Yeah.
hole doesn't work. Give me a intelligence check.
Sure.
Okay.
6.
As you make your way in through the window and start to make your way down, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, as you definitely just
Sure.
step on a stone block that is not quite solid. As you do lose your balance as this step or this stone comes off the floor. You kind of do tumbling down. However, you do a flip and you're fine.
Well, the stone sticks to my boot,
Yeah,
so
That's-
I quickly managed to disengage my boot.
that's perfectly fine. Either way, you land on the floor and you're fine. Do a little tumble. You are on top of a
was a
pile
nice
of
trick.
rubble at this point. That is from the second floor. That is filled with part of a desk and then absolutely nothing other than stone, as everything else in the room was disappeared.
I think that's blew up.
Oh god, I hope not. He did buy more dynamite, didn't he?
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe?
Oh no.
It's usually a bigger burn followed by fire.
Well, fair enough. Hold on. Yeah, I would have known. I would have known what dynamite blowing up looked like.
This doesn't look like, as you look at it with that intelligence check, it doesn't look like an explosion. It looks like some sort of implosion. There's no streaking on the outside. There's no propelling of matter. It looks like everything was just imploded into a single location. And this is
Did
what's
nobody
left
else
of it.
hear this?
I don't think anybody else is awake. I haven't heard anybody. I'm gonna go wake people up.
Sure.
Hold on,
Uh,
I have a plan for this. Time rat! Go and wake everybody up!
That works.
Rat runs off.
Well, help me at least.
All right, so let's see. Locationally, the time rat would have been on the ground when you yelled at it.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't
Or
have.
you might need some help. I'll throw in another one.
Yeah, we might need some help looking through this. I hope
What
Dusk is okay.
What is the rat's max speed? Is it like 20 feet?
Let's
Oh,
see.
no, it's 60
I
feet.
think it's 60.
Sure.
Rat.
Quick, man.
Six
I-
is
Del, give me.
and a badger.
Del and Delon, go ahead and give me perception checks with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
All right.
24.
Delg, you were woken up to the feeling of something jumping on you repetitively and squeaking. Delon, you were woken up to the sound of scratching at the door.
High or low, Caboose?
High.
Okay. Delg was in the middle of dreaming of being in combat and attacks the thing that jumped on him.
Sure.
That's fair.
You go ahead and roll out with an unarmed attack. Unless you're saying you're close enough to your weapon that you have your weapon, which is, I mean, that's more than possible.
I'm pretty sure Delg sleeps with Akmon under his pillow.
Or as a pillow.
As a pillow.
I mean, I just imagine him hugging it like a body pillow.
Sure.
But no, we'll do an unarmed attack because 25.
That definitely
That'll
hits. Go ahead and roll damage. It'll be a
what the heck?
D2.
Yep.
D2 plus 5. All right. You wake up and punch as you hear this sound as there's nothing there but this little pile of fluff on top of your armor now, on top of your chest.
Damn time rats.
Delon, you wake up to the sound of just the scratching of very, very sharp claws on your door as you look over and see one of the claws just dig all the way through the door.
What in the hell?
You see
wearing nothing but pajama pants, Delon will get up and
You see a
open the door.
a white and black creature that's scratching at the door. That as you like open the door, it's like the perfect time as its claws kind of get stuck and kind of drag it into the room a little bit as it looks up at you. It's a badger.
Seen this badger before.
You feel like you've maybe seen this badger before.
Why is your badger attacking my door?
I can go ahead and
No,
re-roll
fucking ass,
for.
baby.
Start calling out for Snick.
You can go ahead and re-roll for a road with all of the attacking and screaming, I suppose. You know your shit.
Nope. He's got earplugs in with beeswax and
He's got cucumbers on his eyes.
he is-
He's fine.
Yep.
full sleepy orc. So, yeah, you guys are awake. Congratulations. What would you like to do?
Delon will go yelling after Sneck for sicking his fucking badger at me.
Sure.
And I will eventually hear that, right?
Delg will get up and start looking around to see what's going on.
Sure.
when we get in the earshot of them, I'll shout out and direct them to Dusk's room.
Sure. Do you direct them to Dusk's room or do you direct them to the ground floor?
Probably the ground floor.
Hold. Ground floor.
Okay. Sure. So, you guys are brought attention at different times, and brought to the pile of rocks that is now on your ground floor of your tower.
Help me
Del-
look for
Del,
Dusk.
go ahead and give me a history check with advantage for the stonework.
Okay.
This is kind of
Stone
relevant.
cunning, yeah.
Stone
Man,
cunning.
it's such a special time
We
in any
can
dwarf's
look at
life.
rocks.
Yay!
Looking at it, you feel like the tower would still be structurally fine, but it's yeah.
What the
Dust
hell?
blew up and took half the tower with him.
He what? Where is he?
He's gone.
Unless he's underneath the rubble.
There was a big hole in the wall. Well, not that big, I can fit through it. There's a hole in the wall, and then, like, all his bed was missing. It looked like a circle. Then Hilda jumped in the room and the whole floor fell down.
Well, yeah.
I will make my way towards the entrance to his room.
Sure. The entrance is is upstairs. And it is a large hole in the wall. You can see on the ceiling, as well as part of the staircase, you can see what looks like a spherical shape, where the wall and part of the staircase is just missing. However, any part that connects to the floor or the floor is no longer there. It's just
Elk's gonna start
bigger
digging
hole.
through the rubble.
Sure.
I'm gonna have Delon
Give
use
me
his
athletics checks.
magic vision to see if there's any signs of dusk.
I
I'll
am
get the
also
badger to
digging
help.
through the rubble.
Sure.
I didn't
So,
mean to do advantage. Whatever, 19.
It doesn't matter. You guys start digging through the rubble. Delon, with your magic sight, you do not see any images, or you do not feel any magic other than your party members that is coming from this rubble.
He's not here, at all.
No, I
There's
don't smell
nothing
any blood.
here. So, like, at the entrance to his door, basically the door does not exist anymore. There's just like
Well, there wasn't
spherical hole.
there wasn't a door on the inside,
ish.
anyways. There was only a door on the
Mhm.
outside. The door that was on the palisade side is been eaten through, and at this point is kind of hanging on one hinge. The rest of the room is completely emptied floor, other than half of a desk that laid on top of the rubble kind of smashed from the fall.
It all looks like a perfectly clean cut.
It is anything that was prior to the floor falling out is a perfectly clean cut.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure. Go ahead.
'Cause I think I know what the hell he did. As the player, I think I know what the hell he did.
Metal knows what he did. All right. This looks very similar to something that you've seen before. And that something is the hole in the wall of the guild hall, which was a perfect circle.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, Dusk is gone. He is gone. I don't know if he's dead, but he's
He might
definitely
not be-
gone.
He might not be. Oh, he's that gone.
Mm.
Oh.
You know when we talked to the gnome artificer at the guild hall? He's playing with the weird magic arrow that has 2 bags of holding in it, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
He told us what happens when you put them inside each other. It makes a big hole and eats everything in it. I think Dusk was playing with something, and he's gone. I don't think he's dead, but he is gone.
You can
Is
give me an
there
intelligence
a
check.
way to find him?
All right. With that check, you don't know exactly where it would have sent him, as you're not sure. As it's not usually a practice that people do.
Nope.
However, theoretically, all matter should have been contained and is still alive somewhere.
Well, there's a simple solution. We're just going to buy that arrow, set it off around us, and then we go to the same place.
Sounds like a terrible idea. Have fun.
Didn't you hear the us part?
The what?
The us part.
No, I tuned the us part out entirely.
Yeah, either we all do it together or we don't find him.
Or I could just send the badger.
We disappeared 24 hours, but sure.
The badger's useless.
Hey, tells time.
Listen, if we can figure out where he is.
Oh, also,
I
Snack, you realize your rat never showed back up.
Hey, where's my rat?
What rat?
The rat I sent to wake you up.
Oh, I killed it.
Meh. Okay.
Your badger,
The last one before dawn.
your badger clawed a hole through my door, by the way.
Sure.
That's
You
fine.
think you can fix that, Doug?
It's a little badger.
You can do mending.
You now have a father and son badger.
And the father will die before the son.
No, actually, they technically both die at the sun.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
That was good.
Magic jokes.
So there's good news. There's also bad news. The good news is he's probably still alive, and I might be able to get to him. The bad news is that requires very specific things.
That's not the
Like-
bad news. The bad news is he owes me.
Uh-oh.
I gave him a special book before he blew himself up.
It,
Maybe
it
it's
might
just-
be in the rubble.
If it's any consolation, the special book is probably what killed him. Or translocated him.
Right, so
Hmm.
we've determined that he's dead.
No,
He's not dead.
he's potentially dead, but he's definitely gone.
Sorry, I'm still waking up here.
Wake up harder or something.
Look, it was my first good night of sleep in a bed, and I don't even know how long. All right,
That was rather relaxing. Oh, shit.
yeah, it was going so well.
Well, the best thing I think we can do is get ready for the day and go to the guild to see if there's anyone who might be more knowledgeable about such things than us. Like I
Anyone?
said. Hmm?
Isn't that anyone? We don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
Well, we know what happened. We just don't know the how or the where.
He only has one
Specifically
back,
where
right?
he went.
Put the lizard.
I mean, for all we know, he had one bag. I don't watch him. It wasn't his
Check my
nanny.
bag.
Yeah, you still have your bag.
My bag's still here. Have you got your bags?
I didn't
It's
have one.
still in the room, I would imagine.
As far as you're aware, all of your bags are in their place.
He didn't buy the arrow from the gnome, did he?
No.
I suppose we can always ask her to double check, but... Oh, shit. Well, like I was saying, if we can figure out where he went, and I can get something from that place, we might be able to get him. But we need to know where he went, and then find something from that place.
I mean, finding something from places is easy.
It's
Right.
true. Sometimes. And I will vaguely describe that ability. Because I've never used it, I only have a vague understanding of it.
You know that other planes exist. Has been described very, very detailed, actually, in Sothiath history. As, they had a problem with other worlds, and they're locked off for most of them. So,
Well, we can't do anything standing here and look at the rubble. Let's have breakfast.
And probably find a contractor to fix the floor.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Cindy have Dusk's money. He should pay for this.
I mean, half of the desk is still there. Maybe his bag was in it. Is the dresser somewhere? That maybe fell.
Can I look and see?
sure.
Perception, right?
Investigation.
For crying out loud, he could be dead. You're worried about his money.
Priorities.
evil. Neutral evil.
Shit.
chaotic good. I mean,
It would
Chaotic
be
good is,
investigation, but that's fine. I'll take
If
whatever
he's
roll is
still
supposed to-
alive, I know there's a chance. I'm not overly worried.
Looking around, you do find the desk. Looking over the desk that is left over, the side of the desk that is left, there does not appear to be any drawers in. It was just the flat part of the desk.
okay, is
There's
there
a couple
anything
of-
on it?
There is, you find what looks like an ink pen and what looks like ink that you recall Dusk using to write in his spellbook from time to time. Other than that, that is all that's left.
I'm gonna pick it up because I'm gonna put it in my room.
Sure.
The desk? Oh, the ink pen.
Yeah, the
desk.
quill.
I mean, I'm just gonna carry
It's
it.
the fraction of desk that was not consumed by the void.
The quill is what I should have said, but yeah, you can do that.
Sorry. You know me, I just lose the plot sometimes. Wait a minute. What?
Alright.
Fuck.
For reference, looking around, the fact that the rat was still there lets you know that it is not crossed to the next day, Snack. So
Mm-hmm.
it is roughly like late at night. It hasn't quite crossed over through midnight yet.
Well, it was dawn they disappear, so.
That's true. It's sometime in the night.
Wow.
Is it safe to go back to sleep?
I don't think that's gonna come back and blow us all up.
Unless you are playing with random magical items containing, trend space in them, I think we should be fine.
I was asleep. I wasn't playing with.
I was just gonna reach into their bag of holding and just pull out Dusk at some point.
Well, I don't think I can go back to sleep, but you all go on ahead.
No, I think I'm in the same boat as you. I think I'm just gonna do some writing.
I'm gonna spend some time with this old book.
We could all go to the temple. You've got some nice seating area there.
None of you wanted anything to do with the chapel or the temple before, but now you're welcome, of course.
I did just have a realization.
Mhm.
Who had the book from the tomb?
Delg.
Okay. I just had to double check that. I was like, oh no.
Delg wouldn't let anyone else hold on to it. It's too important to his people.
The book that you spent
fair.
70% on is now gone. Sounds good.
What was that you were working on? I've noticed that you'd spend some time on it together.
Snack
Oh, it's a-
disappears.
It's a book we found in the, remember that, remember when we fought that corrupted celestial
The
bull?
whole thing?
Yes.
Yes.
And we found that, that ancient tomb of a long dead dwarven king.
That Dusk wanted to loot, yes.
You have looked at the
Yeah.
book before, Delon, because you tried to translate it, and the translation you got
Oh,
was
yeah,
it's in a code. It's just random
no,
words that you
I
don't
got
understand.
translated gibberish, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I could try to help you with it. I can read it directly, and
I mean, I
It's
can.
dialect, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's not a question of language. It's a question of code. Like, it's in Dwarvish, so if it was written in plain Dwarvish, it would be fine. But it's like upside down and backwards. But I wouldn't say no to the help with trying to parse out the cipher.
What's the worst I can do? Help you make no progress?
Yep, that would be about the worst you could do is handle the book too roughly and break it. So be careful.
Fair enough. I'll try not to mess with it. And yeah, I will follow Delg, seeing as this disturbance will no longer allow me to rest peacefully,
Sure.
and I no longer require to sleep. And
So I guess we'll go to the temple where I've got all the candles going anyway, so it's probably nice and reasonably well lit.
Sure.
mhm.
You guys can head to the temple. Everyone who wants to. Snack, are you sneaking back off?
I disappear. I go out onto the streets.
Okay. Snake disappears.
I'm just wandering around aimlessly.
What are you all doing? Is there anything you guys are doing specifically in the temple?
Oh, we were going to work on translating the book for a while.
All right.
I'm not sure what Hilda's up to, if she wants to help or if she's just going to hang out and soak in the ambience.
Both.
Sounds good. You guys can go ahead and give me what check it was. Is it just a straight intelligence check for this?
I think it was an investigation check.
That sounds right. You guys can go ahead and someone can give me an investigation check with advantage.
How's your investigation?
Statistically speaking, I have a +2.
Why don't you make the roll?
Alright. Advantage. You want to throw some guidance at me, buddy?
Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
What is guidance again? Is it a
+4.
D4?
D4. Yep.
You
So
need,
it's
you need
plus
Snack to
D4.
know Dwarvish. I have a +11.
Alright. 11.
You make 1% of progress.
4.
You find yourself
15.
All right. With that, you make 2% of progress. You find your guys are a little bit distracted. Hilda, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
You just wanted us to hit 69%.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm that's with a nat 1.
Hilda, you go into the room and you kind of watch them start to work, and the candlelight and the ambiance, and it's very cold in the temple, as most of the room is made out of stone, so it kind of holds the night air relatively well. It makes it harder to work on the book as you guys are sitting there and are distracted by Hilda pretty much randomly just spouting out loud bits of snoring while you all are working on it. She just passes out on one of the back benches.
Honestly,
I
I
like
can't blame her.
The snoring loudly.
I can't imagine falling asleep in the presence of Tyr. Praise Tyr.
Delg, you think back to all of the times when Hilda was younger and you would teach her about Tyr and she'd fall asleep while you were talking about it.
It's always like this. No
Praise
respect
Tyr.
for the gods. Yes, praise Tyr indeed.
Good job.
You're
with
getting
the
it. You know
sky
what?
laser tier. Good job. That was really cool.
Good
You know
job,
what, Delon?
Tyr.
You're okay.
Snack, what are you
Just
doing?
okay.
I'm just wandering the streets.
All right,
No purpose.
no purpose.
Just
All right.
streets.
Give me a perception check.
I mean, yeah.
He's out
I
on
mean,
the
I'm keeping an
street,
eye
man.
out.
He's abducted by an eagle.
Shit. I would give you a perception check, but my mouse just decided to not work. Hold.
Well, you are having problems with rechargeable devices today, aren't you?
I am.
It's almost like you've been playing games for 11 hours.
I know. I haven't even been using my mouse. I got a controller. Reconnect, please. There we go. Alright. Perception check. 20.
As you're making your way around town, town's pretty dead tonight. You know that at this time, all of the inns at this point have closed. All the taverns have closed. Everything has settled down for the night, mostly. You notice a few animals, a few rats kind of scurrying around looking for food. As well as you're making your way through the clear night sky, you do notice a slight shooting star that kind of heads off into the east. But other than that, just peaceful walk. Not really
that
running
your
into any
desk?
people.
Okay.
So, do you guys just stay in the temple the rest of the night and work on the book?
Yeah.
All right.
As long as he wants to.
All right. Probably around, I say as the time badgers disappear. If Snack, are you back at the house at that point, or are you still out?
I'll stay up.
All right.
Passed on.
Delg and Alon, you do hear the sound of plate mail footsteps kind of walking down the stone stairs.
The road?
Yep, I left the elevator downstairs. last night.
Dusk is gone.
What do you mean?
He was playing with magic. If you're gonna go take a look, don't step into the room. It's missing.
He's gone, and so is a significant portion of the tower his room was in.
He just kind of walks off.
Wizards, am I right?
Wizards. I always thought something was screwy with that guy.
You know,
Good
seem to
guy.
have a few screws loose there.
He kind of just walks
Or
into the
impulse
room.
control.
He walks into the room and does that thing where, you know, like when a construction person walks into the room and something's just wrong, and they just kind of
And you just
stand there
spot
and
like
stare.
30 OSHA violations immediately.
No, he just stands there and stares at kind of like the whole situation, just kind of staring at it for a little bit. You guys follow him, that's what you see from like down the corridor. If you stay in the temple, you just kind of see him standing in the doorway, just kind of looking around at all of the damage. Huh.
Yep.
Yep.
I think we're gonna need a contractor to fix the floor.
I think you're gonna need a contractor to fix the tower.
Yep.
That's true. There's a small chunk of it missing.
I mean, to be fair, it would probably just be better to rip out the whole second floor, extend the staircase down, just get rid of the second floor. I mean, you don't really need it. It would be more expensive to fix at this point.
Fix the walls and that's it.
I mean, the walls are fine. They're
I
few
thought there was a
feet-
chunk missing out of one of them.
they're a few feet thick. I mean, well, it didn't structurally affect the wall there. It just made it disappear. That is a very fine curve.
I'm pretty sure he did the thing you're not supposed to do with magic bags. I don't know how. As far as I was aware, he only had the one.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a road an Arcana check. He doesn't really need it, but he's gonna make it. Oh. Oh.
It's the
So
The good news is he's probably still alive somewhere.
I can tell you he's still alive. So he asked me for a smaller bag last night. I didn't know he had another bag, just for clarification.
Oh.
And I figured he knew, but I have a feeling that he might have thrown the other bag into the smaller bag into the other bag. Is probably what happened.
Oh.
He asked for a smaller bag to put spell components in that would function, because some of the spell components get a little bit large when you're dealing with diamonds and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't think it would be any harm. I have one myself. I just keep it on the left side of my person when my bag of holding's on the right side of my person.
And maybe he just had an old timers moment, you think?
Possibly. The good news is that he's alive. The bad news is that he's in the astral plane.
Oh.
It's
The
a
good
great
news is I could technically get there.
Well, it's a
I
little
don't know
difficult.
if I want to.
The problem is that going into the astral plane, if you haven't been there, you're just gonna appear somewhere, and it's a little spacey.
Ah.
It's like giant black abyss, black in all directions,
So he's basically gone.
for a little while, unless he can find his way back, or we manage to get some sort of object that is attuned to the astral plane, and you can project yourself there.
So he's alive then.
More than likely, yes.
He's
Until he kills
alive,
himself.
depending on how much food he
Okay.
has.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't even know where he appeared in the astral plane. There's things there that are not exactly friendly, but I'm sure that there's just as many that are friendly. I don't really... Astral plane's not exactly my forte. I just know it exists, and I know some stuff about it.
Dusk is far from helpless, and as much as I like Dusk, I don't know if I like him enough to just randomly search the astral planes for all eternity until we find him, so let's just hope he gets back.
I mean, to be fair, it might take us long enough that he would just die.
It wouldn't
Removing-
take that long. He was old.
Yeah,
Removing the
he
food
was-
and the water from the equation, like, it might just take long enough that he would just die. I'm sure he'll make it back. He's resourceful and
So what you're saying is pour one out for Dusk.
probably for a little bit. That's probably the best call.
Hmm.
Gonna need a new wizard.
We're gonna need a new floor.
Gonna need walls.
The walls are fine. They're thick enough.
And
They can hold
those-
up to it. As he kind of pats the wall and you watch as a little bit just kind of crumbles down and he just looks up. All right, you might need a little bit of wall.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. We'll get someone in to fix it.
I'm pretty sure the people who installed the bath might be able to point us in the direction of a.
You do
I
know
mean,
that the
we
people who installed your bath did deal in magic and stonework specifically.
Mm-hmm. So they
I'm
might
sure-
either be able to or point us in the direction of someone who can reinforce the wall.
Yeah, I'm certain that somewhere in the intersection between stonework and magic, something can be done.
Mm-hmm. And if it can't, well, what the hell are we even here for?
I mean, hell, I could probably earth shape something to prop it up if worst comes to worst.
You definitely could. I mean, stone is technically earth.
I mean, there is plenty of collapsed stone, so depending on how it's used,
Someone can
I
take care of
suppose-
it. I mean,
Yeah.
it depend. You could magically get it fixed. You could also go with the manual labor way. Either way, you could get it fixed. Magic's going to cost more money. Manual labor will be cheaper, but will take more time.
I say we support the economy and get some laborers to do it.
Or you could do
That
both.
way, it's not our problem.
You
And
could
it's
always-
still definitely our problem. This is our house. Part of it's been blown up, like, or I guess dimensionally shifted into instability.
I'm trying to compartmentalize here. Don't distract me.
Anyway,
I have a question. What if he comes back and like he poofs in how he poofed out, and we
can put some
replace
pillows on the floor.
That's
we
not
replaced
entirely
the
how it works.
walls?
If he dimensionally shifted back, he would have to have a place in mind. If it was his room, I mean, it might work like that, but I'm not entirely sure how it would work.
Okay.
Hmm. Well. Shit. Breakfast?
yeah, that sounds good.
Starving.
Yeah. It's too much for one fucking morning.
Hold 1 second.
One.
Ah!
Fine, I've got to shoot my cat anyway. I'll be right back.
Without context, that's still hilarious. Aw, he's being a dad. Look at Caboose being a dad.
He's
Look
trying
at
to get
being
something with his
badass.
tablet fixed, but his tablet is completely filled on space, and I didn't realize that. So I'll have to go through and delete programs tomorrow. It's fine. So yeah, you
Yeah.
guys can go and make your breakfast, as it were. Snack, where are you walking around in the streets?
When the shops in the guild hall would open, I'll go there.
Sure, you can do that. Let me go ahead and we'll drag you over to Davenport. We're on the map, right? That works.
Yep.
So, making your way towards the market. The market opens up a little bit earlier than the guild hall does, as you start to see farmers and different people kind of cycling in. Are you specifically waiting on the guild hall?
Yeah, I'm assuming the guild hall's open, but
Yeah,
the
it's open.
store
People
owners aren't there.
there
Yeah.
there are people who live there, so the doors to the guild hall are always open. It's just that
Yeah.
the traders kind of come in one at a
Cool.
time. The ones that live there are usually a little bit earlier. As you get in the morning, you do hear the sound of metal against an anvil. As soon as you walk in.
Morning, Foggy.
Good morning. Oh, I heard that there's a little bit of a commotion last night. Apparently they might have something for you all to handle. I didn't listen. I just heard about
I
it
thought
and
you were
was like,
talking about the commotion at our house.
"No, I don't go by your house. I stay here." Why? What happened at your house?
Our wizard went poof.
What kind of poof? Like
He
exploded
put
poof,
a bag in a bag and it
disappeared
went
poof.
poof. Oh,
Oh,
bag in a
he's-
bag went poof. Half our tower went poof.
He's on a happy little trip then.
Uh-huh. Do you know where they go?
Shite, I haven't heard of that in a long time. Oh, I don't know exactly how it works. It's someplace, some sort of giant abyss or something like that. I don't really know. Heard
Hmm.
stories, not really heard specifics of. No first-hand experience. I'll just put it that way.
Fair enough. Now, where's that gnome?
Oh, he's usually the last one to come in.
Curses.
Works all night and then sleeps into the day.
Guess I'll wait.
Sure. You
What are you working on?
Oh, I'm just working on this thing. You look over, it's some sort of tower shield that he's working on. Got a lot of metal. Looks like it's mostly made out of platinum and iron. Kind of like platinum engraved on the rim with the main face of it look like you can make it out of some sort of iron. It's just some tower shield for some freshie.
You think that's gonna protect them?
Well, it makes them feel safer. They paid me money, that's my entire purpose. I mean, he gave me 100 gold just to make it look pretty, so that's what I'm doing.
That's a rich freshie.
He's nobility.
Nobility.
Probably.
Was he out to hunt some dragons?
No, I think he was nobility that ran away from a home was what it looked like. Let's just say the platinum he gave me to engrave into the shield looked a little bit stolen.
Oh. Maybe I should speak to this noble man.
I haven't seen him since last night. I think he's probably in the tavern spending all his gold.
Perhaps he didn't spend it all, huh?
I don't know. That's not really my place. I'm just making a shield.
Carry on.
It's a different type of steel for me.
I would never steal from you.
You have stolen from me.
Can't prove it.
I walk off.
Sure, you walk off. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, or are you waiting on the gnome still?
I'll give you an investigation check. Sure. I'll stay in there.
Are you staying in the guild hall?
I'll stay there or thereabouts. If I know the gnome doesn't actually live there and comes there, I'll probably go outside and wait to see when he arrives.
You don't know if the gnome lives in the guild hall or not. You've never seen him outside in the town when you've been outside in town, but to be fair, the entire guild's existence hasn't really been that long.
Yeah. No, I'll go outside
Alright.
and wait till I see at least all the other traders arriving that are usually there.
As you make your way outside, looking around, you see what? Hold, sorry, apologize. You see Thok kind of muscling around, handling some of the animals. You see that he is currently working on a cart that looks like he's fixing. One of the wheels is kind of fallen off of it. You see the wheel laying on the side, and you see him working with his pinky and his thumb with a normal size hammer, trying to nail the nails in very, very, very lightly. However, every single time he hits them, you watch as they just kind of bend like the slightest amount as he's putting these wheels back on.
Hi, Doc.
Good morning.
Do you want some help?
No, I'm fine. It's almost done.
You're going through a lot of nails there.
He has a line of like 8 nails. Just half of that, like they're all in fully, but they're like bent slightly on the heads of them. I have to make sure I don't have to fix it again.
Fair.
As well as you look over as well, as you kind of look under the cart, you realize that he's actually not like, there's no jack or anything under the cart. He's just holding it with his
I
other
wouldn't
hand.
expect as much.
Alright, I'll lead you through it.
Thank you. Have a good morning.
You too.
Yeah, as you walk away, you kind of hear him humming a very, very deep tune in his vocal range. Seems to be happy and cheerful.
You
As,
could never tell from his monotonic voice.
As
Fuck
you
is good people.
as you kind of wait out for the gnome for a little bit, you catch the glimmer of what you can only describe as slight little bits of sparkles in the air
Shinies?
as they kind of flutter past you at a great bit of speed. As you hear a slight thunk into the door, as you watch as the door behind you just barely closes in front of whatever this is. As you turn around, Faye, you can go ahead and describe your character.
So she is a very small fairy with blue wings. She's wearing like a purple dress.
As
She is like 4 inches tall.
as you trying to get into the door of the guild hall, before it's shut, the door just shuts before you. You just kind of bonk into it slightly, trying to catch up to it.
I'll walk over and see her lying on the ground.
Hello?
Hi.
You okay there?
Yeah, door closed.
Yeah, you should probably wait till it's fully open before you try and fly through it.
Well, you see, I have to catch them at the right time because people don't usually see me and they just let them close. I run
Oh.
into them a lot. It's okay.
Do I notice any noticeable welts on her head from running into doors multiple times?
Yeah.
A couple, like you notice like a little developing bruise in the corner of her temple, but other than that, she's fine. She seems to be hardy. She seems to be handling it well.
Alright, well, then, here, let me get the door.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
I work here. Kinda.
Oh,
They give me jobs.
oh. They give us jobs, too.
Oh.
We're the most expedient party they have.
I wouldn't say the quietest, but I don't get noticed in what I do, so that's good.
You do notice, Metal, as she's kind of fluttering above or kind of next to you, her wings make 0 sound.
Neat trick. I guess it's not a trick, you just do it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll open the door. You have fun.
I go in.
You fly in. You know you had a meeting this morning with Fulmia about something. You weren't given the details on it quite yet.
I'll go back in and see if the gnomes arrived yet.
The caboose being cool dead.
All
So
good.
as you
Don't apologize for being a badass caboose.
my father is playing monster with my son at the moment, so there's a lot of yelling and running around. So as you make your way back in, you do see the gnome, who is just kind of waiting there. At the moment, kind of just staring at his shop. As he kind of looks around. He's just standing there at this point, kind of surveying the entire shop.
I will walk up behind him.
Sure. You walk up behind him. He's still staring at the shop, taking a survey.
Hey!
Oh shit!
Morning.
Oh, good morning. Dear Lord, you scared me. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything from the day before.
What would you miss?
Holes, things going off, things being stolen. It happens sometimes.
Terrible. Anyway, I had a question.
Yeah, what is it?
So, your arrow.
Yeah.
In theory, where would it send someone?
As far as I'm aware, the astral plane.
How big is the astral plane?
I don't know. I ain't been there before.
So in theory, if you had an old wizard who put a bag inside a bag and blew up half your tower, how hard would he be to find?
Well, it's like if I told you to go find a needle in a field of corn.
I'm pretty
That
good at finding shiny
was the
things. I could probably find a needle.
That was the size of the city.
Might take me a while.
That's probably how it would go.
Right. So what you're saying is, I'm never finding the wizard again.
Unless he wants to come back or you have something from him that maybe can teleport you to him, probably not.
No. But he has something from me. So maybe he can teleport to us?
It might work. I don't really. That's a little fidgety. I just know I know it's bad if it happens. That's all I know.
Fair enough.
It's one of the first no-nos in Artificer School.
Probably wizard school, too.
Probably Bard School, too.
Which begs the question why he did it.
I don't know. He didn't go to school from what he told me.
Well, that would explain it. You should still know the rules.
I mean, it kind of depends, but...
Isn't that an instruction manual when you get a bag?
Just so I'm catching up here real quick. So your wizard put a bag in a bag and he's gone.
Uh-huh. So is half our tower.
That sounds like a great problem to have. Hilarious on my end. Probably less fun for you all because you don't know if you're going to see your friend. It's fun for me, though.
Well, yes, but it does leave an opening in our tower, so you could probably fit that gun thing that you've been building in there on the second floor and point it out towards the courtyard just in case someone comes in and attacks us.
Do you mind if I come take some measurements? I just want to see what the effect the arrow's going to have.
Oh, yeah, sure. This guy?
Maybe. I'll count
Sounds good.
I'll count it as a test, I guess. I suppose. Impromptu, and at the cost of some... It's fine. Sure.
Sure. Okay. I should probably tell the guild that our party is a member now.
As Allura is currently, you look over as Allura is still sitting at her desk, smaller than the paperwork she is working on.
Morning.
Good morning.
Not to trouble you too long, but we are now a party of 4.
Oh, what? How did that happen?
Our wizard went poof.
Oh, all right. I'll mark
He put
that.
a bag in
Is
a bag, and half our tower went poof, and he went poof, and now he's in the astral plane, and we're never gonna find him again.
Did he submit a formal letter of resignation? I'm guessing with that, probably not.
No.
All right, I'll just mark him as, no call, no show.
I mean, yes, sure. I don't know protocols. I'm just informing you we are down a member in case that affects our jobs and our pay.
I mean, it won't really affect pay or membership, but it might affect something. It's fine. We'll deal with it as it comes. I believe Fulnia has a job for you all. Something that's been put in the backlog for a little bit. That is something that another group went to take care of. It was a little bit past what they could handle, and it's something that we needed to take care of. That has been put on the back burner with the war and everything else going on.
Fair enough. Now that we have sorted out the war problem, then we can take care of the smaller jobs.
It's not entirely smaller, just not war level. I'll
So
let him
small.
fill you in on the details of it when he can. You might want to go.
Is it less than 1 million orcs?
It is less than 1 million orcs. Yes.
So smaller. Okay, cool.
Physically, the thing is a little bit bigger, but it's smaller than orcs.
That's fine. It's the numbers that count.
I don't really know numbers, like from the
Action
aspect of
economy.
how many of there are, but if you don't mind, I suppose he was gonna reach out to you this morning. I don't know if he's reached out yet. I haven't seen him yet, so it's hard to tell. He keeps late night company occasionally, so might been one of those nights with the celebration and everything
Alright.
being done. You give her a wink and she just kind of shakes her head a little bit.
Well, the others said they were going to make their way here in the morning, I believe, so I'll wait here for them. Do you have anything to eat? I'm quite hungry.
There's a little bit left in the mess hall from last night. I don't think the cook's shown up for this morning. But it should be...
Okay.
There's some stuff left over. It'll be down the hall to the right.
Thank you.
As you make your way down, you do find a small-ish kind of cafeteria / tavern area that's been set up inside the guild. There's no one attending it at the moment, but there is a decent portion of food that is still kind of left from last night. You find what is left of most of a pig.
Snack's not fussy.
Yeah. What are the rest of you all doing?
I reckon we're finishing up breakfast right about now.
Sure.
Eating my sadness.
Are you guys heading straight to the guild hall after that happens?
Yeah.
I was gonna look
no.
for a contractor.
I mean, the guild might know people. You know, the guild has connections. Your character would know the guild has connections. They would probably be able to lead you in the
I
direction
can
of a
feel
contractor.
the wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You're going to the guild hall, right? Yes.
Get your butts to the guild.
If you want to go to find a contractor by yourself, you can more than well
we
go
can-
find a contractor by yourself. It is up to you.
We can poke the guild.
Yep, the guild is remarkably good at handling the life circumstances of its valued members.
Mhm.
Maybe Fulnia might know how to get him back.
I mean, we know how to get him back. It's just the place itself is so massive. We don't know if it's possible if we can get him back, but
Well,
you're right. We can ask him. We can ask him. You're
Maybe
right.
he knows how to get him back better than we do. Which is almost
That's fair.
a clue.
That's fair. Or maybe he knows someone who's familiar with it. Either way, you are correct. We can ask. Let's go to the guild and poke
Oh,
around,
and-
see what we can find.
Before we leave, Elga's gonna grab his magic helmet
Sure.
from his stash.
Sure.
I don't
can
want to
do that.
forget that.
You can easily do that. Your very nice feathered plumed helmet. Alright, and you guys head to the guild. And then when you go to shut your door and the ball rolls into your room.
I went cross-eyed for a moment. My armor, Hide of the Feral Guardian. I read it as Hide of the Feral Goblin.
Anyways, so
Same
you all head into the guild hall. It takes a little while. Snack, what are you just waiting around eating food?
Yeah, I'll grab like a portion of the leg off the pig or whatever and
Sure.
take it back into the main hall and wait for them.
Sure. Eventually, you all meet up in the main hall of the guild. As Allura is waiting, go ahead and everyone give me. Actually, what is everyone's passive perception?
That's your
15.
perception.
18.
16.
14.
All right.
And I can't figure out how to customize because there isn't a +2 helmet in this.
Go ahead and just add a. Let me think of the best way to do that.
Just add a +2 helmet should automatically do it as long as it's equipped.
Trying to think if is there
I
is
tried
there.
searching for helmet and there were no helmets.
Yeah, there isn't technically a helmet. Trying to think. You already have a shield, so that won't add on to it.
We used to have it in there, and then I took it off my sheet because
You could just
I had.
just add a shield +2 for the sake of the stats wise. That should work.
Okay.
Just rename it.
Yeah, you could just replace it with your current shield, and it should overlap it.
The custom AC is wonky on Roll20, always has been.
Yeah. That should replace your old shield and should raise your armor class to what it should be.
Well, my shield is Oh yeah, shield +2 because it's 1 AC from the shield, right? And then I thought it was 2 AC. From
It's 2 AC from the shield,
2 AC from the shield.
but you have a
+2,
normal shield, don't you?
Yeah, it's just a.
Yeah, so if you
Bigger
add a
shield.
+2 to the shield, it'll equate to adding the +2 for the helmet, basically.
Didn't work.
No, it
I
did
think
not.
I need a +3 shield.
Sure, go ahead. That's fine. Wait, why did your AC drop now to 23? Or 22? I'm
Because
confused.
it was 23. It should be 25 when I add 2 AC from the helmet.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's
So let
fine.
me just put in
It's fine.
Helm of. Boom, done.
That's fine. So you all wait a little bit for Allura. Everyone who is above a 16 on your passive perception, you hear the sound of a spell incantation. It sounds similar to what you've heard before, as behind you, or sorry, not behind you. It'd be off to your right a little bit. You see a reddish light pouring out from behind a doorway. As you watch as Fulnia, as well as Asher, as well as several of your other guild members come pouring in out of that room as the door opens. You would know this is where you all made your way back as well. This is the teleportation area, or one of the teleportation areas.
Oh,
Good morning, everyone. How you all doing?
Snack just
Doing
rips
well.
off a chunk of pig.
Had better days.
Hey, Asher.
Oh, good
Uh,
morning, everyone. Good to see you all. I had business with you.
Yeah, Dusk disappeared himself in the middle of the night.
Who's a what? How? What? How?
Okay, so you know that thing that we have told him
Bag
probably
inside of my
1,000
bag.
times not to do with 2 bags of holding?
Mhm.
Yes.
He
Yeah,
did
he
it.
did it.
Yeah.
Right.
On
Um,
that note, we might be willing to put in a request to have someone repair a wall.
Our tower, actually, it's about half
Yeah.
gone.
Okay, I need to speak with you all as a meeting. If you all want to head upstairs to the
Yep.
meeting room,
Sure.
I'll go over the details, I suppose, of it there.
Yep.
So contractor, got it. Fair enough. As Asher's like, my room's okay, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
The
head.
storeroom kind of had a couple of tons of stone crash down onto it.
It's
Well,
a
I
good
think
thing
the
I
room is
didn't
fine. I
I
move
think that was
anything in
just an
there
empty
before I left.
storeroom.
Well, I was
Oh,
planning
yeah,
on
your room-
using it for like basic storage, like wheat and stuff that could be stored without refrigeration, but I suppose I'll just head over there and figure that out. Anyways, I
Let
hope
us
you
know
all.
if we need to replace anything.
I will
Yeah.
take a tally of everything that will probably need to be replaced.
Del give him a reassuring pat on the shoulder.
It's always good to be home.
Yep.
It was nice for half an evening, yes.
I'm
Almost
glad
got a
you
whole
did.
night's sleep in a real bed. It was something else.
So the rest of the guild kind of moseys on past you as you all are talking. You see a good about 20 people. Some of them you recognize, about half of them you don't. Snack, you watch as you watch as well as a well-dressed human kind of makes his way past them towards Thelgeek.
I'll give him a once-over.
Sure.
I'll give him the snack once-over.
Sure. Looking at him from head to toe, he is well dressed, but as you kind of look at him, his clothes are very, very much in disrepair. They're fine milk, they're very, very fine silk, but you can kind of see where the edges of the garb are not in full repair. You can kind of see where the silk has been torn in places and different things like that. He's wearing nobility garb, but he's seen better days. However, he holds his posture is relatively solid.
Okay.
He looks the part, but he looks looks like he's been removed from his noble roots a little bit.
For
His
a while.
his coin purse is a little bit sizable, smaller than what you have at the moment, but sizable.
Well, yeah. Nobody's heard what I've got.
As fully, I just need to get something from my abode, and then I'll meet you all in the meeting room.
Alright, I'll meet you upstairs.
Same room as always, right?
Yes, upstairs to the left, round the corner, circular table.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit on the table in case of falling dwarfs.
Oh, we fixed it. It's fine.
That's good. Shall we?
That's why we moved the teleportation circle down here, because we were tired of fixing a table.
Fair. Or you
Alright,
could
we'll
just
meet you up
magically
there.
enchant the table so it doesn't break.
It's too difficult. Anyways, see you upstairs.
The day kind of sucks. Let's go.
Faye, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
So I asked Thelgeek and I asked the gnome about Dusk, and they said is gone.
All right.
Man.
About what I figured.
As you guys make your way up the stairs, Cricket, you do spot someone familiar that you have been keeping an eye out on. As the rest of the party makes their way upstairs, you all make your way into the room. As you see the door is about to shut, and you know you're supposed to get into that room as well.
I'm going.
Sure. Give me a who's the last through the door? Actually, you know what? Everyone roll me initiative just from the main four party. Just for
I
the
was gonna
sake of
say me, but
whoever rolls the lowest initiative is the last through the door. Hold on.
Hey.
You spot out of the corner of your eye, the corner of your eye sparkles of fairy dust. As you watch as a small creature just kind of flutters in the door at the last second as the door goes to shut.
Oh.
Excuse me.
No, it's you again.
Hello.
You know
Oh.
this one.
Yeah, she ran into the door when I was out and about this morning.
Ooh. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
I never got your
doors.
name.
Oh, Cricket.
Hi, Cricket. I'm Snack.
Hi.
Hello, Cricket. I'm Delon. This is a private meeting?
No, I'm supposed to be here.
Okay.
I had a meeting too.
All right then.
As you all wait for a short period of time with the awkward silence, you watch as Fulnia then opens the door behind you, dressed in significantly nicer garb, something that you more accustomed to seeing him rather than what you have been seeing him in. He's basically been in his work armor versus his walk around the guild hall looking important armor. As he walks in, that's much better. Oh, Cricket, good to see you made it.
Yeah.
Well, I was originally hoping to have 6 people on this job, but I suppose I can settle for 5. As one of your party members is indisposed at the moment. We can go over that a little bit of what we can possibly do to get him back, although it's not entirely an easy process. Yeah, so the job, we'll go through that first, and then we can go through needs of you all afterwards, as well as anything else, any questions that pop up. So, a few months ago, actually about a month ago at this time, we had some rustlings, as it were, to the south of here in some of the boglands. We sent a troop and dispatched them through the woods to go locate the problem. They made their way down the River Styx and made their way to a town that was around that area. Upon their investigation, they went out into the wilderness and found some kobolds that had been pushing out their boundaries, as it were. Upon fighting off the kobolds, one of them managed to escape and alert a very large, from what I can tell based off the reports, a mithril dragon that had been in the area and had been expanding her land. We pushed out the initial force back then. However, the party was a little bit too small at the time to deal with a very large dragon. So my goal is to send you all lot over there to deal with the problem, as it were. We kind of got a little bit sidetracked with the war, and our emissary that we recently sent there has not returned and will not respond to any of my sending spells. So, probably picture the worst situation. It was a dragon expanding his land when we ignored the situation. So,
Snack's still chewing on pig.
Aren't shiny dragons usually good?
well, metallic dragons are. This one's not actually a metallic dragon. It's a subcategory, as it were. I hate to use their terminology, but I believe the term that they use for is a mixed blood dragon.
Like a hobgoblin.
Kind of, yes. Similar terminology, similar disrespect for their bloodline.
So we've got to go kill a bastard dragon.
Something like that.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Based off our descriptions that we have heard of it, it is large. We're probably picturing something that's in the 700 to 800 year old margin. Based off the fact that it's this far south, probably means that it wasn't able to gain the ground that it was looking for on Dragon's Perch, and so it decided to make its way here.
Can you decipher if it's exaggerated based on fear and it's actually a really tiny dragon?
It was large enough that the party that chased it down before ran from it on sight, and they were relative. I mean, they're not your level of capable, but they're in our more capable groups of adventurers list.
Okay, fair.
So your goal is to track it down, find its lair, either kill it or get it to stop what it's doing. One of the two.
Diplomacy!
If you want to go with the diplomacy option, you're more than welcome to. I haven't found a dragon that couldn't speak yet.
Progressive.
Whatever you want to do.
Which area is it trying to encroach on? Do we have any terms in ways of what it can use as land?
So, we know it's in the other side of the sleeping bay, near Cleese Cavern. I'll pull up the map for you guys so you can look at where it is. The bad news is that I can't teleport you there, and it appears you have also lost your main form of teleportation in the form of your... Yeah. So you're gonna have to go by boat, as it were. It'll take a day, but we have a guild-friendly travel agent, I guess, as it were, who usually travels through that area. He has a couple of stops in the river, so he should be able to drop you off at the location you need to be at, or close to it.
Delg goes a little pale.
He hasn't been there in a few days or in a few weeks, though. So I don't know what the situation is in the town itself.
Did you say by
Do we
boat?
have any other
Yes, by boat.
transportation other than boat?
You could walk.
How long would it take to go by horse?
Well, you can't go by horse as it's in the bog, and carts don't really go well in swampland. You
Fair.
could.
I've been over there before.
No, you haven't been to that area before.
Okay.
The closest place you've been to that area is you've been to the Uben Falls Forest, which would be about a day and a half walk from there.
Versus how long walking from here?
Walking from here would be about, with the way the rivers work, about a week.
I could guess a day away, probably. Assuming there's a tree big enough here.
That's much better.
I mean, if you all want to walk, that's fine. We had the boat as an offer.
Why is the boat a problem again?
Water.
Delk, water, no.
I get seasick.
Never mind, Caesar. There's lots of big things in that water. Just want to swallow you whole.
I'm not worried about that.
This is all just an elaborate plan for me killing Snack the way that'll kill my character.
Yeah. If you can get us there, Cricket, was it?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, by the way. Delg Barbchin. This is my cousin Hilda Barbchin.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, Cricket will be escorting you as she is decently accustomed to the land and terrain, as well as we figured dealing with this large dragon, you probably might need a little bit of help. Dragons can be a little bit
Ironic
hostile.
considering how small I am.
Yeah, was that being insensitive towards her stature?
I mean, she's very tiny, so.
So am I.
No, you're pretty normal size compared to fairies and fairykin.
Hilda, you do realize you are massive for a dwarf woman, right?
You are kind of big.
I mean, even when I'm transformed, I'm at least a foot tall.
You've got bigger muscles than your dad had.
Thank you, but
Zelda slowly goes through image issues.
Alright, well, sizism aside.
Oh god, I
So,
realized that I'm not the tallest person in the room. Oh god.
yes,
If-
you are.
If you all do make it, if you do go, I believe your specialty is tree transportation, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Out of character, I'm 2 barb chins tall.
If you do go by tree, I would say still I would make it to town first before going to the caverns themselves, as we haven't had contact with them yet. And they were probably within
town?
the expanded. There's a small town on the edge of the river. It'll be a little ways around the bog. It would probably be better for you all if you're going by walking and by foot to travel by the beach anyways, to kind of travel around the marshland. If you travel through the marsh, it's going to be... I mean, you could go that way, but you could get lost. Well, maybe get lost. As well as
Just to
traveling
make
through
sure.
marshland will take quite a bit of work.
Are,
You're not
out of
going by
character,
boat.
just make sure I'm looking at the right place in the map. Are we going to the Mushy Basin? Is that the swamp?
No, you
Or
guys
we're-
are going to
Oh,
near the
above that
Glee
mountain.
Caverns. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are traveling to the town is specifically like around here on the south part of that river.
Base.
No mushy basin.
Yeah.
But all you guys would know that the southern lands, like pretty much everything around Glee Caverns, is swamp, as well as the mushy basin is the marsh. That it's one of the only marshlands that exist in on Deerneth and Sothiath.
Go
So-
from the deserts to the swamp.
Yes, it'll be a lot wetter than you're used to in the past few months.
Oh
Past few
god,
weeks.
we're going to a swamp. We need antidotes.
What do you mean we need
You got me.
antidotes?
I mean,
Oh yeah, we
it's
should
good-
probably stock up on antidotes. Also, does this dragon have any known elemental affinities?
Yes, I was going to ask that towards the end.
Being as it's a mithril dragon, I believe acid is its primary element.
Oh, that's a fun one. That's a
Oh,
fun one.
hmm.
So breathing acid,
right.
stuff like that.
Lovely.
If I let me double check something real quick. He kind of goes over to a book, and as you're kind of or one of the bookshelves and kind of skims over it for a few seconds. Dragonology. Here it is. Let's see. Mithril dragons. No. There they are. All right. Apparently they are not affected by acid or, ironically enough, thunder. Probably hard of hearing. As well as apparently their specific. Ooh, that's fun. Apparently their breath weapon is primarily shards of mithril.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
So
man,
Smith's dream.
right? Oh man, imagine what a partnership with a dragon like that could do for a blacksmith.
hmm. Well, worst case scenario, we kill it and it survives. It probably has breathed a few times. We might be able to collect some mithril shards. So
Yes, it's very sharp shards of mithril that can cause a fair amount of bleeding if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Now,
We
if
can
only
take
at our
Valgate.
line of work, everything causes bleeding.
Fair enough.
We should take Thalgate. He can make a partnership with it. Diplomacy.
Now, maybe you can hammer it into a new shape.
the dragon or the mithril?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. Is there any other, I don't know, major things we should know about for this journey? We're going through the swamp. Any other, like, I don't know, skulls of long dead goddesses that you happen to be aware of that are laying on the ground anywhere near there, or anything like that?
Not that we were aware of.
Because
I mean,
we
but-
saw some up in the dry gulch. I'm not gonna
it's
lie to
all
you.
it's all in the report when you do have time. I know that you're ridiculously busy.
I've gone through part of the report. I've seen the Druid Forest, which obviously I was a part of. Giant Skull that you mentioned. Caverns of the or Cave of the whatever it was, the Valley of the Death. That was what I believe it was referred to by the giants.
Oh yeah, we fought the echo of a god. Yeah, that was something.
Yes.
Yeah, the Thunder Valley. That was fun.
Yes.
That was fun, actually.
It was good that you all had a fun adventure with it, I suppose.
Oh, it was a blast. Yeah, I only died once.
I mean, that's
Exactly.
better
I
than
didn't
twice.
We threw him into a demon pool to revive him.
I'm still not over that.
Hey,
You're very lucky that went well.
I say we, but it was actually no, we're dropping it.
No.
I'm sorry. I brought it up again. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yep.
I tried.
You almost consigned my soul to eternal damnation.
I would have done anything to
We're
get.
really, really lucky your god loves you.
Praised here and Moradin.
Yep, they're cool.
Fair enough. So Cricket, you'll be joining them on this adventure, as well as believe the contract that you handed me. You'll probably be joining them for a little while, I suppose.
Okay.
If you're asking yourself the question, are they always like this? The answer is yes.
Like
Good to
what?
know.
I feel like
We're
I should be
perfectly
offended,
normal.
but that's also correct.
Don't make me eat you.
Just don't punk out like that one guy.
And that was yeet with a Y, not eat.
Get gored by one undead minotaur and he's out. Like, ridiculous.
I know.
I mean,
if it makes you feel better, I believe that he's opened a tavern somewhere.
Really? Where?
Not quite sure. I didn't really look into the specifications. I have a lot going on.
Oh, we'll
that
have to
means
track
we
him
have to
down
visit
sometime.
every tavern.
We could probably just send him a message and ask him about it because we know who he is, you know. Oh, wait, can anybody send
Wait.
messages anymore? Wait, we lost our wizard.
Yeah, I have his quill and his
it's
ink.
Technically,
there's this
Delon
thing
that
called the post that...
What?
Yes, we can send mail to people if the guild at least has a record of where this person might be.
Silly
You
Delon,
can-
don't you know every problem needs to be solved with magic?
I
I
mean, I
mean,
can if they're
there
kind
is
of
quite
close.
an effective post system on the continent. It'll take about a week to
Yes.
get a message to Eastbourne.
I sent a letter to Wimborne. It was a rather simple process. The guild took care of it for me.
Wimborne
Yeah,
takes
but-
a little bit longer. It goes by boat.
Yeah,
Gonna have to talk to you about self-reliance one of these days.
that was self-reliance. I wrote a letter and paid to have it delivered. I did that myself.
Just literally relying on some. You know what? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Cool. Letters are neat.
Yes, you do know how to write, right?
I do.
I'm not dignifying that with a response.
I mean, you seem
I'm
so
a holy
offended by the
cleric
idea
of
of
fear. Of
writing
course
a
I can
letter.
write.
Anyway, dragon.
Noble son of the Barbchin family, one of the most prestigious families was one of the most prestigious families in Dangernon.
Thanks for the reminder.
The Lord will
Have
think
any
out
evidence to
loud,
back that up?
like out loud, deliberately, think to himself: does literacy actually apply to clerics? Do they actually need to know how to read and write? They do have a book.
I'm
He is
just
translating
go ahead.
his elder book thing.
Elg'll point behind Delon and say, Delon, look out, it's a butterfly.
Don't talk about a new
Um,
friend like that.
That's
No,
cool.
she's not a butterfly.
It's racist. How dare you, Delg?
You're the one who called her a butterfly. I wasn't even pointing at her.
Anyway,
Anyways,
from a
Um,
professional standpoint, we accept your mission.
fair enough.
What he said.
So, what is it with the house situation that you all need?
Okay,
Something
so-
about a tower crumbling?
Yeah, Dusk was in his bedroom, and he decided to put a little bag of holding inside of a big bag of holding, and
Alright.
disappeared himself and the entire center of the room and part of the walls, and
the
one
astral
floor of our
plane.
tower is collapsed.
Alright.
yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah, the tower hasn't collapsed. It's just there's a hole in the wall that needs to be repaired, and I think we decided not to replace the floor, but simply have stairs go all the way to the top. Was that what we decided?
Alright. Well, I mean, if you just need a basic stoneworker, I suppose I could send the guild contacts and out and see who's available. They could possibly stop by for some estimates. That should be fine. Shouldn't cost too much.
No,
If you want to,
the
we can.
gnome's going to be popping over to take measurements as well. He wants to test what the area of effect of his arrow would be.
No, fair
Is
enough.
that
He
all
has
he's
been-
doing?
Well, I mean, he. To be fair, he has been quite
Yes.
warned that he is not allowed to put that arrow anywhere near within 10 feet of anyone who's in the guild hall. So it's in a special container that sits in his room, in the middle of his
You
room,
know,
under
we
the
should
floor.
probably just bring him with us to fire the arrow at the dragon.
I
I
mean,
I can purchase the arrow.
Do you really want to carry that thing?
It's got a special container.
That's why we bring him. So he has to carry it.
I don't know if he wants to come with you. That's a him conversation. You can't speak for him.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not
technically, if
suggesting
you
that
owed the guild any
do-
debts, you could speak for. No, let's not go that direction.
I mean, he did put a hole in your wall. We
Yes,
could
but
really
he-
cut down on your holes in the wall rate if we took him with us.
to be fair, he put a hole in the wall, but he also very much paid for it. So it's not like he got his due punishment and paid handsomely for the hole in the wall.
Fair
At
enough.
least he's a good businessman.
Oh, he's a very
I
good
might-
businessman. You should see
I
how much
might
we
have
charge him.
planted the seed that we might want the gun for the second floor of the tower that Dust destroyed, just as an extra precaution.
Done.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one that he put the hole in the wall of the guild with.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm a little
I have
worried
no
about
problem
him
with
putting
this.
more holes in our walls.
If
I
all
have
he wants to
spoken
do
to
is
him
take
before, and
measurements, should be
he
fine.
did say it is prone to exploding on itself, so I told him he needs to fix that problem before we even consider a deal.
I'll let you all deal with that situation. Meanwhile, if you want
Sorry.
me to, I can go ahead and contact some of our stoneworkers and figure out what needs done.
That would be
Sure.
wonderful, Fulnia.
The
Thank
guild-
you, as
the-
always, for
The
your
guild
help.
can cover it until you all get back, and we could just take it out of your pay if you would like us to.
I could also just leave a deposit at the house, and the people there can fork it over.
You've
Fair
gotta
enough,
pay-
if you want to do.
We've got to pay our people, too. So.
Yes.
And we got to stock up on some supplies. Get ready for this adventure.
Oh god. When do we have to leave immediately, or is this?
Well,
I mean, I'm ready.
sooner than later would be better, but I mean, it's not an immediate thing. We don't really know the situation, so we don't really know what you're walking into to say if there's an immediate issue. I can say that we sent out a scout about a week ago. He stopped responding about 2 days ago. 2 days
So
ago, he said he
sooner
was
the
going to push to
better.
town, or he was going to push himself to town, and he hasn't responded since then.
Okay. Here's the plan, tentatively speaking. Snick, you are the fastest of us. If you could return to the home and let the people there know that the gnome whose name I can never remember is going to be stopping by to take measurements of things.
Yep.
To be fair, the reason you don't know his name is because you guys have never asked his name.
Nope.
That's fair.
You always just walked up to him and spoken.
No, with the magic things. Give me magic things.
I mean, it's usually Snack that initiates the conversation. He doesn't care about his name.
That's entirely fair. But if you could return to the house and we can go through the markets here to see if there's anything we can do for acid resistance. That seems like it's going to be a big problem.
Just don't get hurt.
That's one way to do it. But yes, any protection that we might be able to get would also be a good idea.
Okay, I'll go to Laos.
I appreciate that, Snick.
I got some things I need to pick up anyway.
So, what is everyone doing? But if
I
there's
guess-
anything else you all need from me, you know where I'll be. And go ahead and just let Alora know, and I can go from there.
Thank you, Fornia.
Of course. And thank you for dealing with another one of our problems. Hopefully, this one's a little bit less dangerous than, a giant ass war.
Cricket, you want to come to the house? You haven't seen the house. You can see the house, so I'll give you a tour.
Sure.
Just be careful of the tower.
The
Yeah,
tower's
wrong one.
What
fine.
about
we
the
won't-
tower?
It blew up. Or
It's
imploded.
moderately structurally compromised right now.
I don't really worry about floors. I mean,
Me either. I look at my boots.
as I'm flying around.
Well, I mean, there could be falling stone. Anyway, we'll go to the house. We got to pay our people. We got to some shopping.
If you want
Or
to
we
go
can-
shopping, I can drop the money off.
Yeah, go ahead and I'm assuming Folney has left the room. I'll take out out of the guild funds, I'll take out 100 gold and try to, or do we know how much exactly we have to pay the two of them?
You guys hadn't discussed it. You guys
I
haven't
thought
been gone
it-
too
no,
long.
I thought we had.
Yeah, I thought we had.
Yeah, I
Had
thought
you?
we
I
had
think it
determined the
was
pay rate
like
for him.
40 gold something. Or something like that.
Oh,
Thank
you
It's
mean
been
like
a minute.
the
since we
first
dealt with
time
our-
you guys did it? Yeah, hold up. That's probably in the notes. That's probably
Yeah,
in
well,
the
it-
binder.
It's been a minute since we handled our domestic affairs, all right?
Yeah,
We've been
we,
busy.
we threw a bunch of money at them and went, there you go.
Yep.
We'll be back eventually.
Yep.
Someday.
Hold, I am looking for. I know that information was in here. When it became in here is another question. Oh yeah, that was a thing. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright, there's that. There's that. Is there gold totals that I wrote down is the better question?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No, that was when they were hired. It should be on that page.
It's okay. I'll just
Alright.
ask them when I
Ariana-
get there how much they're getting paid.
Ariana, I know, is free. She was just doing
Yeah.
it to live there.
Yep.
Asher, where are you at? Where are you at?
Because we paid him, and then I gave him more money to fix up
Yeah,
the
you
kitchen.
paid him to
Yep.
start the kitchen stuff, and you paid him for his first month.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. She's almost up.
I want to say he was like 10 gold a month or something like that. It was something cheap. I remember that.
Yeah.
A road was the expensive one, and I think he was. I want to say he was like 15 gold for a month, something like
15 or
Like that.
50?
that. 15.
15. Yeah, it was something like that. 15 or 20.
I'd have
to look back.
Yeah, and then he offered you guys if you wanted to pay him more, he would give you kind of discounts on stuff, which I think
Yeah,
he technically did the
building
first time.
Yeah. I'm curious if he did anything with the Attack's Hide or whatever the hell it's called, but that's a problem for another day. So what I will go ahead and do is
So I'd say
I will
25
count
gold
out-
for both of them total.
Yeah.
Yep, and give me money so Asher can stock the kitchen. And just
That
in
was
case
a
the road
part of
needs
his
any-
fee. A part of his fee was stocking everything and
Alright,
everything.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but I also gave him more gold.
yeah,
for
he
that.
already, that was the startup cost for building the kitchen and
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything.
I will give Snick out of the party funds 100 gold
Oh.
to number one, pay them, and to it's honestly not going to be anywhere near that much to restock everything, but
No,
Also
I'll also
to-
leave money to pay contractors.
yeah, that's what this is for, to pay them, to
Yes.
pay for anything they might need, and to pay any contractors. I think it was only like 150 to install the bath, so repairing a wall should be
A
much
lot
cheaper.
less. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Bath did have a magical enchantment.
And we
Yes.
love it.
Yes, we do.
Snack sneaks in the middle of the night. Naked bath.
Is that why the bath smells awful now?
Yes.
Naked Bath.
I can't believe you bathe naked. Ridiculous. You should bathe in full armor like I do.
How else are you gonna clean it?
And let's see. That
Yeah, I
might-
bathe
yes.
naked. I don't know. I haven't had to
Um,
share with anybody, so Cricket gets to share with me. Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you have to share with. There's a divider.
I will take the 100 gold and cricket and go to the house.
What do you want?
Sure.
And I can probably keep up with you, so you don't even have
Yep.
to slow down.
Actually, I believe she's technically faster than you.
She should be. With a flight speed. Yep.
Yeah.
So for full transparency, because Delon will always tell the party what they have available, and since we have a moderate amount of privacy in this room, we have 4,100 gold and change, 1,100 silver, just under 500 copper, and we have 4 platinum. So just so that everyone is aware of what the party has available to spend on things we need.
The 4
Don't you
platinum.
laugh at this?
No, it's
And
the 4
4
platinum,
platinum.
that I
Four
at some
platinum.
point gave to you guys. It's
Yeah.
just always been there.
It's there.
I mean, I've used it to bribe someone for information, which only partially worked.
It helps.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh shit, that's something we should probably talk about while we're traveling.
As a side
Oh,
note, if you
yeah.
ever want to exchange any of the currency for other currency, you can also do that.
That's in the bag of holding. You can jangle all at once.
It does weigh more as individual coins, though.
That's fair.
Copper and silver copper, silver, and gold all have close to the same weight, so that's what's valuable
It's
about
10
them.
per coin, right? So it's 10 copper for one
Yeah,
silver.
it's 10 going up
silver,
in
10 gold.
scale. Unless you want to put it all in Electrum.
Nope. Doesn't exist.
What the hell is
Huge
Electrum?
currency.
I believe it's a hybrid metal with gold.
I
It's like
have
the
a
dwarven currency,
potential.
You should know.
I have a potential suggestion regarding our current stock of money. What have we considered investing in something a little bit? Not the full amount, of course, but
It's not those pictures of stupid primates, is it?
what
What?
What?
are you talking about?
No, investing. What are you talking about?
Oh, like if we invested in a business or some sort of a venture to increase our funds, like over time.
I mean, we just take more stuff, right?
I mean,
Kill more things, take more stuff. That's how we increase our funds.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not like
Did you-
we'll ever
did
get
you
too
have
old
this-
to go adventuring one day.
Did you have this thought out? Like, did you know exactly what you wanted to? Well, maybe not exactly, but like an idea of what you wanted to do.
Well, I mean,
Like, you have.
I know what I personally have thought about doing in my
I mean, temples aren't a
entire
business.
days.
They
No, I'm
take
not talking. I was
tithes.
thinking like a blacksmith shop or something like that. You know, kind of get the family business going again at some point someday. But
Oh, you
you
can
know.
talk to Thelgeek about that. He might be able to help you with a startup.
I mean,
that's something we can deal with later. It's not a.
if you want to put money aside for a business, I wouldn't mind helping you with that. That's something I can easily assist you with.
And we can talk about it when we get back from killing this dragon.
Oh God,
Or
I'm about to go kill a dragon. Potentially, dragons have hordes.
See, money.
is that true? They
yes,
really
it's
have
very
hordes?
true. It's
Oh.
very true.
I always thought it
Well,
was
at
one of
least in
those
the
things
stories
people
they
just
always
kind of say, you know.
Well-
Dragons have hordes, elves are cowardly weaklings, you know, things people say.
And dwarves are grumpy potato people. Yes.
hey.
Excuse me?
I mean, you're stereotyping.
All right,
literally
bye, go to the
nobody
house.
says that about dwarves. I don't know what you're talking about.
And
I
then
walk out in the middle of
tieflings
the
are
argument.
all angry, thieving devil people. These are the stereotypes.
I just rubbed my devil's horn earring. Mm-hmm.
Delon, you're neither angry nor evil. So
Well, thank you.
Cricket,
But I'm saying, there's
Cricket and Snack,
stereotypes.
give me a stealth check.
Easy.
Natural one.
you all watch as Cricket runs into the door. She expected it to be open sooner.
Oh goodness. Are you okay?
Every time.
That's
Yeah.
where my advantage kicks in. It's 25.
Sometimes I try to go through the door before someone opens it. It happens.
Well, if you get a chance to check out the bath, you know, maybe
You're a little bit faster
help.
than me. You have to wait for I open the door.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is definitely not a character trait that was supposed to exist, but I'm just throwing it in there because it's funny.
It's great.
Fine. I open the door and I guess I slink out as they're paying attention to Cricket running into the door.
Yes, you all make your way to the house, and the rest of you guys continue an argument about racism.
Speciesism.
Still
I
racism.
wasn't even joking. They're like that all the time, but they are good in a fight.
Good to know, considering we're about to fight a dragon, most likely.
And Cricket, you would know that there is a tree that the guild specifically keeps that is in the guild hall that is or outside the guild hall that is large enough for transport via plants.
Okay.
It is
And
designated.
obviously, I'm taking us to the woods, so.
Yep.
There's definitely trees.
Yeah.
There's many trees.
Just a
Many
few.
trees. The trees you know about as well, they're relatively close to three streams, the city. So it wouldn't be too
Mhm.
difficult to go to the city and kind of hug the beach, as it were, to kind of
Okay.
so that way you guys aren't walking directly through the marshland.
Yeah.
You would also know, despite the fact that you fly, that the primary form of travel in that area, in the marsh, is by boat, though. Pretty much everyone travels by smaller boats or those things, apart from the towns, as it is quite wet.
Yeah.
So this is the house?
It's huge.
Yeah, we had quite a bit of funds, and, well, we asked what was available, and they said this, and it's like, oh, well, we'll have that. This was actually the smaller of the two, I believe.
Just smaller?
I think it was the larger building, but it was the smaller land size.
Yeah, the smaller ground. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what Snack remembers.
okay.
Because it's what I remember.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so we got Asher, we got,
God damn it, I just forgot his name. Erard. And what's her name?
Ariana.
Ariana.
You haven't seen her in a while.
Ariana. She's out on business. She works for the guild too. In fact, all of her staff work for the guild.
I'm not going to remember a single name.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll walk to the kitchen, and I'm assuming Asher's cooking something if he's back home.
He is indeed cooking something, and I forgot to level him up, but that's fine. I can do that later. He's not in combat right
I don't
now.
think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be fighting in the house.
He's gonna fight so many things in the house. Yeah, you watch him, and you're immediately greeted by a warm aroma of what is Asher kind of going through the kitchen, and just he's not even actually cooking anything, as much as he's just kind of going through and cleaning everything. He has a small bag of incense that he seems to be burning on the oven as he kind of places it over things, or as he kind of
Sure.
burns it up and kind of sprinkles it over everything he's using to cook. Oh, didn't expect you all back so soon, but good to see you.
We're not back. It's just me.
Oh,
And our
alright.
new friend, Cricket.
Oh, good to meet you, little one. I don't mean that as a disrespect. Just you're a little small.
Yeah, a little.
This is Asher, our cook. He makes very good food.
Good to meet you. I don't exactly know what fairies eat, but I haven't cooked for anyone who didn't love my cooking. So
Well, I look forward to it then.
Do you know where the road is?
last I checked, he was over in the tower. I went to look at it. He was just kind of standing there, still kind of looking around.
Oh. Right. Okay. Okay, well, I have money.
I put the bag of 100 gold down on the table.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
This is for your pay. And for repairs, there's going to be a contractor coming over, as well as a gnome from the guild. You probably know him, the artificer dude.
Yeah.
He's going to come over. He wants to assess the effect that the bag had in the bag, because his arrow does the same thing, and he wants to take measurements. I said he could. It's fine.
All right, I'll let
Just
him
don't
know.
let him anywhere else apart from the tower.
I mean, that's fair. Orban is kind of known for blowing things up when he doesn't mean to.
Orban, is that his name?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know his name? Yeah.
No, I usually just run in and shout, I need something.
Yeah. His name is Orban Gobbletwist. Or Gobbletwist.
I'm
sorry.
gobbled. Right? Okay. I will never remember that, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'll let him know that when he gets here. He said he's just coming through to make measurements or something.
Yeah, he's gonna take measurements and see what the effect was that explosion thing had, because it's gonna be the same effect that his arrow has.
All right,
And he wants to take test results or something. I don't know.
fair enough. Should I have dinner ready, or are you all not planning on coming back this evening?
We gotta go and kill a dragon, but I don't know if we're going immediately or we're gonna be home for dinner. So
I'll prepare.
hold on that.
I'll prepare long-term food, I guess, just in case. It's something that
Yeah, well, look-
lasts a few days, just in case.
We'll need food for the road at least.
Sounds like a plan.
But yeah, so if you pay yourself a road, whatever the contractors need, and whatever's left you can stock the kitchen or buy some new furniture.
I'll put it in the fund, I guess, for anything else that
Perfect.
needs to get done.
Emergency fund.
Sounds like a plan. Well, if there's anything else you all need, just let me know. I'll be here, I suppose.
Okay, doke.
Sure.
I will lead Cricket through the rest of the bottom floor of the mansion,
Sure.
including the temple, pointing out all the different.
You guys go through the dining area and the what used to be a servant's quarters that has since been turned into kind of a storage area. The completely fallen down tower, the chilled room that is inside of the tower, south of where Asher is right now, which has been turned into kind of the refrigerated area for the kitchen and everything like that, as well as the bathhouse that is heated and has piping, steaming hot water at all times. And yeah.
Alright, Aurora, you okay?
Yeah.
We're getting somebody out to fix it.
That's fine. I'm debating what will be the best way of handling the fix
Asher says
situation.
you've been standing here for hours. It's
I
not
mean,
really healthy.
you all left like 30 minutes ago. I'm just doing planning in my head. It helps if I look at something and I kind of write up a blueprint in my head of what it should look like to fix it or to build anything. It's how I started all my processes.
Alright, well, there's a contractor coming to look at it, as well as the gnome from the guild. Forgot his name already.
Your commitment to this. Oh yeah, him. He blows shit up. I'm sure he'll fix this. He's not fixing this, right? Contractor's fixing
No, he's
this.
not fixing it. He just wants to take measurements because that's what his arrow does, and he wants to see the effect it would have on whatever.
No. Destructive arrow, he mentioned something like that. I told him it's a stupid idea and he was gonna kill himself.
I'm thinking about buying it.
Just don't keep it in the house. I don't want to see this twice.
No. I would buy it before I went out on a mission.
Well, the biggest thing I'm looking at is just the quickest way. I mean, I guess I might just have him tear down the staircase and just build an elevator up to get to the ballista at this point. It'd be more expensive, but I mean, I don't really want to deal with going up that many stairs without a protective wall around him.
That's fair. Could always put in another elevator.
I mean, I can put in a few elevators if you want me to. They're not too expensive. They're like 50 gold a pop for going up the height of this house.
That's fair. Asher has your money, your pay, as well as some extra money if you need some stuff.
All right,
Feel free to use it.
sounds good. The whole time as well, he's just kind of he's just kind of glancing around the room above you, kind of taking note of different things. He kind of watches his eyes are like moving around relatively quickly.
Fair.
Okay. Well, that's the top floors. Not in my room.
I go downstairs to the basement, passing a roads workshop.
I just need to drop some things off here. Nothing really much to see. It's a basement.
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check to open your door, Snack.
Sure. Oh,
You can give me a perception check if you want to try to see him opening the door. All right.
That's 2 nat ones in a row. This is
Oh, no.
good.
yeah. She doesn't do well with doors.
You
No.
You watch as he just
Yours
kind
don't
of
make sense to me.
he just kind of walks up to this solid wall and kind of does something with his hand, but you don't see exactly what he does. As he just kind of pushes the wall, and the wall kind of like moves ajar a little bit enough that you can get in. As inside is a little wine cellar.
How'd you do that?
Secret doors. It's a rogue thing.
Stupid door.
It's
Inside is very makeshift. There's a bedroll laid out on top of some straw. and nothing else much really in the way of personal possessions. But
Everything
he
that was inside the
does-
room's just kind of pushed aside, pretty much.
Yeah, yep. He does open a secret
no, sorry.
compartment. He's
I forgot. You put everything. I forgot when you first got in there. You literally pushed everything outside the door. That was right.
everything's out apart from like a couple of crates and stuff that are used as
Yeah.
tables. And he opens a secret compartment he's created inside one of the barrels and puts quite a substantial amount of gold and gems into it.
Sure. You can do that. You can make note of. You can keep that personal of how much that is.
Yeah. I just put the parentheses
That's fine. So,
in my thing. That's it.
all right. And what are you two doing after that? Heading back to the guild hall?
Well, the others said that we're gonna go shopping, right? Wanna go shopping?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't need
you
anything.
need
but-
anything? I
No.
mean, imagine just carrying a health potion would be quite difficult. No offense.
Yeah, I had to have an enchanted pouch made for coins because I can't really carry those either.
It's inconvenient.
Yeah.
Actually, a road could probably make you a pouch for potion. He does all that stuff.
Oh.
He made Dusk the bag that he put inside the bag and then blew up the tower with, so, that,
Oh,
although
that's
that
what you
was-
guys were talking.
that was more on Dusk, rather than the road himself. But, yeah. If you're gonna be staying with us for a while, I mean, not staying, but with party, you know,
Hmm.
then we need you to be able to, at least hold your own.
I can hold my own pretty well.
Fair enough. Seeing you in action, and I don't judge by size, because everybody judged me by size, and look at me now!
I can make myself kind of big, so I think I'll be okay.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I was big once, but that was Dusk. Dusk made me big. He made me fast, too. Faster than I am now.
I can make you big, but you wouldn't be you. Kinda. Well, I can turn you into another animal or some kind of other creature. So you wouldn't
Oh, I
be
make
you.
Animals. I throw out one of the tufts of fur.
I can make animals.
You see him reach into a bag at his side and throw out a panther.
Oh my god.
Just a panther appears in the room next to you.
But you can do that too? I'm gonna use
Only
my
three
wild
times. Only 3 times a day.
I'm gonna use my wild companion to summon an owl.
Sure. Watch as she kind of holds out her hand as a spectral-ish looking owl just kind of appears inside the room.
Alright. Does yours tell time, too?
I don't think so. Do you tell time? I'm gonna look at the owl.
The owl turns its head to you, kind of like you were like directly next to it, so it just does the 90-degree turn where it just looks at you. Tilts its head a little bit.
No, it doesn't tell time.
Well, mine doesn't directly tell time. But they disappear at dawn. So you know when it's dawn somewhere if you're in a dark place.
That would come in handy, yeah.
Yeah, we were in a place for a while where we didn't really know if it was night or day, surrounded by a tornado of fire. So yeah, it was kind of handy.
A tornado of fire.
Yeah, that was partially my doing.
Okay.
There was a necrotic world tree where we were blowing pieces of it up, and there was a tornado around it, and then we blew it up, and the fire spread into the tornado, and it created a wall of fire. Very scary
That
stuff.
sounds terrifying, actually.
But we're alive.
That's good.
Well, let's... I guess you're coming with us, Panther.
Panther walks with you. It's like
I
the
ride
size
it.
of you. Yeah, you can ride the panther.
Onwards to the marketplace.
Let's go.
Panther has no idea where the marketplace is. It's been alive for literally 48 seconds.
I direct it
Sure.
towards the marketplace as I'm riding it.
You track the panther through the rest of the house and towards the marketplace. What are the rest of you guys
Nobody in
doing?
the house is naive to the fact that I ride animals around the house.
All right, so in conclusion, that's why you're more racist than I am.
Sure.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? I was busy writing about it.
Oh my god.
All right, so what do we need to get ready for this?
Something to kill dragons? We've never killed a dragon.
We
Something to
almost
deal-
killed one, I think.
I mean, I've got my sword, but I
Also,
don't.
The dragon slaying sword?
My Daisy.
that's an axe.
I thought that was an
Wait.
axe.
That was an axe. What is?
When did you get a
Sorry.
sword of dragon slaying? I'm confused.
It was given to her by the dragon, remember?
Yeah, remember we saved the dragon babies
She does
and
have
she
a great
breathed
axe
on
of-
my sword.
He does have a
Yeah,
great axe of
that-
dragon slaying. That is actually a
that-
factual statement.
Like that I remember. It was like sword. Wait,
It's
enchanted
Wait,
axe.
Which one is it? Is it Dee Dee or is it Daisy?
Daisy is what you
Daisy.
called it.
Daisy. Okay, yeah.
I don't remember. I'll have to look through my notes.
I don't know where they are. They must still be arguing in the guild hall, because they are nowhere around this marketplace.
I would say that we're like in the guild hall proper, trying to figure out everything we need, and
Yeah.
I'm deliberately ignoring Dill while he's calling me racist.
Yeah, that sounds about normal.
Yeah, no, so the longsword was your Vorpal longsword. It was Daisy
Yeah,
was
that's-
the Dragon Slayer. That's right.
That's the long sword I gave you.
Okay. Yeah, because I've got flaring breath and radiant breath and dragon damage if
Okay.
I actually hit the thing. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna guess they actually do make it to the marketplace before you guys, despite the fact that they're having it.
We're still arguing because we're trying to figure out what we need. Yeah.
So we
Good.
definitely want something as a precaution against poison, because while we do have you to rely on, what worst case scenario if you're exhausted,
Wait,
we
I
should
wasn't-
have something.
I wasn't paying attention. What is the dragon? Like, is it electric or?
It spews acid and shards of tight walls and mithril.
Yeah, it's acidy, metally kind of dragon.
It's
Oh.
immune to acid and it breathes mithril shards.
So basically, it would be nice to have some stuff to protect us from acid. In addition, we should probably prepare ourselves to venture through a horrifying swamp of hell and misery.
We should
Yeah.
probably see about getting something for Trenchfoot.
Yeah.
To the market.
To the market.
Does the term trenchfoot exist in this world? That's a good question.
Why would it exist?
I mean,
Trench
they
warfare isn't
probably
a
have
thing,
like
so
a weird fantasy name for it, right? Like
probably just called
Yeah,
Swampfoot.
swamp rot or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, didn't we just have like a goblin war that they built fucking trenches?
I mean, we did, but like, they weren't in those trenches for 17 years.
That's valid.
It was less than an hour.
Hell.
So you all,
I mean, we
you all-
wrapped that war up quick. I'm just saying.
hmm
Yeah.
There's a joke
We
there. I'm
are
just
the
gonna leave it alone.
expediency.
So you
It was
all
probably the fastest war in Sothia's history right there.
getting up there. So yeah, you all can make your way out to the marketplace. You know that there is the elven salesman downstairs that deals in some natural stuff, potions as well. You would know that there is if you just want general potions of healing as well, the general salesperson has it, as well as you can search the marketplace for what came in for the day. Whichever you prefer.
Let's see.
Shopping stream.
Probably go to the potion
Yay.
seller.
Mhm.
Ask them about anything they might have for acid resistance and like a general poison. Tell them where we're going. Actually, shit. Yeah, basically look for just general purpose antidotes and
What
anything
about
that might have acid resistance.
like chainmail or armor
I am so
that's
happy
acid
that
resistant?
you made it in time to die with
Well,
me.
Would that
Most enchanted items have a moderate amount of acid resistance, so
I wonder how
bring spare
expensive it is,
clothes.
though.
Well, are you
What?
asking for like stuff that will survive acid, or are you asking about stuff that like resists acid damage?
Stuff that I don't know.
So like
They're
any
both the
any,
same to me.
any magic item will not degrade in acid, but like it'll still cause you the damage of the acid, if that makes sense. Whereas you could get like a ring of acid resistance, which would make you take half damage from acid. However, if you have natural things inside of the acid, yes, bad things will happen to some of them. If you're not careful.
Gotcha. So yeah, the ring sounds like a really great idea.
Yeah, that's something we can definitely inquire about.
Sure. Just for sake of time, because we're getting close to the end of session,
Mm.
go ahead and give me investigation checks for everyone who is looking for different things. And you guys can clarify what you're looking for. I'll say that the whole group met up for sake of time as well, because I got to end soon.
Okay.
Oh,
I
12.
followed the sound of the arguing.
Sure.
I was still on advantage rolls 12.
You found the sound of the arguing.
John Dell talking to himself about racism.
All right, Dolan, what are you looking for as well? Forgot to ask that.
I'm looking for. Since I said I was going to go to the potion seller and ask for their moderately powerful potions, poison resistance, acid resistance,
All right.
or specifically in the order of acid resistance, poison resistance.
Are you looking for antidotes as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think we
Alright.
actually bought health potions last session. No, wait, no,
Yeah,
that was a
you
different
We
did.
campaign.
don't have any anymore.
We should ask about health potions. Fuck, because that was the other campaign that I bought health potions for.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely do that at the potion seller. Delg, what are you looking for?
Delg is looking for general purpose swamp survival stuff.
Alright.
Like he's not too knowledgeable about swamps in the first place.
Alright.
He kind of wants to brush up on what all he's gonna need.
Alright. Anyone else who's looking for anything specific and what you're looking for?
The gnome has a portable boat, right? He's mentioned it to me twice now.
That was the road who had the portable boat.
Oh. The road, I need your boat.
Sure. Which one do you want? Big one or the little one?
Does the little one hold 4 people?
The little one is like, it's like canoe size. It'll hold it'll hold 6 people up to it if you need to.
I mean, 2 of us are very small.
It should fit you just fine. The big one is it's like sailboat size, like 30 plus people.
Just the little one. We're going to the swamp.
All right, I can give that to you for now. He will toss over a He tosses over a what looks like a folded piece of origami paper.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Just hope it doesn't expand. Yeah, you can do that. Anything else that anyone else is looking for?
I was just looking for that ring. I was gonna look and see if there were multiples.
Sure. Give me a investigation check.
I did. It was a 14.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll go through all of the results real quick. Dylan. Sorry, I'm parenting real quick.
Good.
Potions. You find a decent amount of potions. She's still restocking her supply. She does have 2 greater healing potions, which can give you which cost 200 gold apiece. She has 2 of those, and then for the normal healing potions, she has about 6. Each one of those is costing 50 gold apiece. Potions of poison resistance. They last 1 hour, and they cost 100 gold each.
Poison resistance?
Yep. And antidotes are depending on the poison, varying costs. However, it would be the primary antidote you would need from like things that are in a swamp would probably cost you around probably about 15 gold per antidote.
And they didn't have anything for acid resistance, only poison?
Just poison resistance. There's nothing for acid resistance.
Fair enough.
So it was 100 gold for the poison resistance, 50 for the basic potions. There's 5 of those. And there is 200 gold for the graders. There's 2 of those. Poison potions at the moment, she has about 20, so they're currently well in stock. And the antidote that she does have for what she thinks she will need, while it costs 15 gold, there's only 2 doses of it.
Okay. So just give me 1 second. So that's going to be 4.
Yep.
50 times 5, that'd be 250.
Delg.
400.
You go to the general store and just kind of briefly attempt to describe what you're going to, and the only words he can really make sense of it is swamp and survival gear. To which he points you to a floating tent that kind of floats on top of water. So if water gets into it, it'll just kind of float on top of the water as opposed to going in the ground. As well as a stakes for tying down the floating tent. And suggest that you buy a lot of rope.
Rope?
Well, yes, if you're going into the swamp, there's going to be a lot of areas that you can traverse that are relatively wet, and you're going to want rope to cross them. And you're probably not going to want to get the rope back. If you do want to, I do have a magic rope that you can speak a command word and it'll untie itself.
Well, I'll just do some regular rope.
All right, that'll be
Expensive is the magic rope.
it's up to you if you guys want to try to buy it.
Voice in my head is suggesting I want to know what the price of the magical rope is.
It would be 100 gold.
I think I'll just take regular rope.
All right, well, that would be 1 gold per 50 feet if you want the hempen rope, or 10 gold per 50 feet if you want silk rope.
All right, I'll just take some regular hempen rope. I'll take, I can cram 100 feet worth of rope in my,
You should already have...
haversack, right?
Yeah, if you're in your haversack, you can cram as much freaking rope as you want to, pretty much. It's based off weight, so... hempen rope, would weigh more than silk rope, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have 50 feet of silk rope.
Yeah, I'll take, It's 10 gold for 50 feet?
10 gold for 50 feet of silk rope, and 1 gold for 50 feet of hempen rope. But
take,
hempen rope weighs about 10 pounds per 50 feet.
Mm-hmm. I'll take 40 gold worth of silk rope.
So 200 feet of silk rope, and silk rope I believe is 100. I think it's 1 pound. It's like 1 pound per 50 feet, so that's 4 pounds of rope. So you can fit a lot of that in the handy set or the handy app.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping 200 feet of rope will be plenty for all of our rope-related needs.
Depends on how often you need to untie it.
We will find out. So it's going to be 4 pounds of silk rope.
Yep. And Hilda, you were looking for the ring. You rolled a 14. You do find someone who is selling a ring of acid resistance. It is your gnome friend, Mr. Orban, who you've never asked his name. He is selling it for the ring of acid resistance is 2,500 gold.
No discount, huh?
Nope, that is the discount. It usually costs 5,000.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't have that kind of scratch. Do you have anything else that might help with acid resistance?
I got this foldable table, and I guess you could unfold it, get in the way of the acid.
That might be a little difficult. Do you have anything else?
If you get really good at I have a storage device that can store the acid. It's a
This one's
vial.
really
You
better.
you uncork it and it sucks up all the acid nearby.
Hmm.
If you time it right, you can catch it.
I don't know if I want to catch it.
Sounds like
But
a great idea.
it sucks the acid into it, like it creates like a whirlwind and
It
sucks it in.
any liquid within a 10-foot radius in front of it.
Any liquid, but also acid.
Acid is a liquid, so yes.
Yeah. And how much are you wanting for that?
Like 200 gold. It's a
Oh,
storage device, so it does cost me a little bit to make.
I'm gonna look at the lawn. Be all like, can I have 120 gold back?
Of course.
Alright,
As for the potions, just to double check, there was only one poison resistance, right? For 100?
No, there's plenty of poison resistance. There's 20 poison resistance potions.
Oh, okay. Then
You guys have
I
been
will
fighting orcs. They don't deal in poison, so no one's bought poison resistance potions.
Gotcha.
Alright,
Okay.
and what is...
I will go ahead and hand Hilda the 120.
Alright. And what is this called again? So I can add it to my sheet.
It's a bottle of absorption. It's not in the it's not actually, I don't think it's in here.
Absorbing tattoo.
Gosh,
I don't think that's it.
You can just write down bottle of absorption. To give you, it'll suck up any liquid that is within a 10-foot radius in front of it, up to a total of 100 gallons. However, how it works is once you have put anything in there of any size, the next time you open it, it all pours out.
Lovely.
So it's not like
What's the capacity of a dragon's breath?
You're
Yeah.
not sure. It's not 100 gallons. It's well within that range.
Does your ring require attunement?
No, you just wear it. Actually, does
But,
it require
Fulnia
attunement?
said-
Gold, actually. I think it actually
Fulnia
might.
said the dragon breathes metal, not acid. Said
No,
it was immune to acid.
No, it breathes. Wait.
No,
metal.
it
What?
breathes metal.
Metal, yeah.
Oh, it's resistant to acid and
resistant-
breathes metal.
It's immune to
Mhm.
acid and immune to thunder damage, and it breathes metal.
Do you have
Oh.
any rings of resistance to metal?
I mean, this is.
I'm glad you asked. No.
I mean, I have I have a ring of resistance as to most of the elements, but I don't believe that qualifies under the normal types of bleedy damage.
What about I get what you're saying, Snick. What about like an anti-magnet to like reject it? You know.
You mean like a reverse, like a?
Well, yeah, like a reverse magnet.
The only problem with that is that in order to make something like that work, you don't really need a reverse magnet. You just need a really strong magnet. But you also then have to polarize all of the spikes in midair as they're approaching you, so that way they're the same pole and they repel each other. I could create a device for that, but that would take a little while.
Yeah, that tip. Yeah, no, that's okay.
So piercing and slashing resistance.
I mean, I have something for that. It's not entirely effective as far as I'm aware. It's still a prototype.
Mm-hmm.
You make a lot of prototypes.
Well, you can't
That's
get
what it
anywhere if you
does.
don't make prototypes.
Yeah.
So I have something that basically what it'll do is it'll only work against non-magical attacks. Doesn't work against magic. That's just something I can't do. But
The
if
dragon's
it's
breath isn't magic, right?
technically no, physical shards of mithril. Basically when stuff comes at you, there's a chance that it kind of deflects it a little bit, lessens the blow. The bad news is that it's only effective about 50% of the time, from what I can tell. And I can't figure out what's triggering it. It's not time. It's not target recognition. It's just random.
That's fine. I don't plan to be in front of the dragon anyway.
50% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
Knowing you, Snack, you're probably gonna be like on its head or something.
Uh-huh.
And to clarify, it doesn't actually fully stop the attack. It just kind of lessens the blow.
Like a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a force field that slows stuff down.
I'm gonna look at Delon and like deadpan look at him and look and ask him.
Like, don't you have resistance to anything anyway, Hilda?
Is there a way we could make the dragon go to sleep?
Hit it really hard in the head.
If you had like a spell scroll of sleep that was maybe at like the highest invocation, possibly, but I don't even think that would work because the dragon would just not fall asleep.
Well, I do have the ability to cast a relatively powerful sleep spell.
Well, we're
Dragons
probably
usually
gonna have
just
you try
say,
it.
no, don't want to fall asleep, and then they don't fall asleep.
They do kind of have that ability to just kind of ignore magical effects a few times a day. I don't really know what
I'm
we call it.
assuming-
They don't really ignore daggers in the head, though.
I'm assuming that also means charm and magical manipulation.
I don't know what type of dragon it is, but I knew some of them are completely immune to charming effects. It depends on how strong their
Mithril.
personality is.
Mithril, apparently it's huge, but that's secondhand information.
I haven't met a mithril dragon, so I don't really know. I know they're mudbloods, but other than that, I don't know.
I'm sorry, did you just say mudbloods?
Yeah. That's what they call
What is
themselves.
mudblood?
It means they're
According
it's a
to
loose way of
Orpholia
saying that
dragons.
their blood has been tainted by the other dragons, I guess is the worst way of calling it, or the easiest way of saying it. It's what happens when a metallic
So-
dragon and a chromatic dragon do the interspecies cha-cha, is that they create a mudblood that is a mix of both races that's
So-
not quite metallic and isn't quite chromatic. Not usually as strong as the full pure-blooded dragons, and they're very much looked down upon in their society.
They're
Gotcha.
traumatic dragons.
That is definitely a way of putting it.
Anyway.
Traumatic dragons. Okay. Oh, that's the thing you just said.
Right. So,
You want the ring of sometimes protection?
no.
Out of curiosity, how much do you want for it?
Well, normally it would cost 5,000 gold, and I would sell it to you for 2,500. But considering it only works 50% of the time, I'll cut the cost to 1,000 gold.
I'll leave that up to Talon. I'm
You're
just gonna
already
giggle.
resistant to everything, Hilda.
Does this item require attunement?
Yes, it does.
I don't know. Hilda, do you have any more room for such things? Do any of us have any room for magical
Nope, I'm
attunement?
already swapping shit out as it is.
I don't know if I might, but
I don't think so. I think you're attuned to 3 things as well.
Yep.
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
think
both of your
everybody is at this
weapons.
point.
1, 2. Oh, and yeah. Okay, never mind. Yep,
Yeah, both your weapons, and then the belt.
bracers.
Or yeah, the whatever it is.
Yeah.
The girdle. You have the thunder girdle, right?
Yep.
No. Do I?
Yeah, you do.
I don't
That's how you do your storm avatar shit.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the thunder girdle,
Okay.
or whatever it's called. Storm girdle, maybe. Oh, right. No, you're attuned to the bracers of defense. You still have your Vorpal sword, but you're not attuned to it because the Vorpal sword doesn't require attunement for some reason.
Yeah, I don't
Because it's just an extra short blade that does decapitation on crit.
Yeah.
extra cut damage, yeah.
Oh no, it's decapitation on crit.
Yeah. It
Oh.
decapitates them if they don't have more than if they don't have more than 100 health left. It just decapitates them.
It literally just kills them outright if you crit.
God damn.
Yeah, Vorpal swords do not mess around.
Nope.
Yeah, but I rarely use it because I like Daisy.
And that's perfectly fair. So, what does that mean? You do have an open slot or not?
No, she
I-
does not.
Don't.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to swap something out, we can easily front the gold for it. It's not too much of an issue.
I mean, I'd trade the blade out, but that's it. Cause
You're not attuned to the blade. You're attuned to your bracers of defense, the thunder or the storm girdle, and then your axe.
yeah.
All
So
of that seems rather important. I don't know.
yeah.
What about you, Cricket? Do you think you could use something like this?
What? Sorry. I think so. I don't know. I think I'm only actually attuned to one thing.
I think you're only attuned to your sickle.
I sickle.
What's your no, you're only attuned to your sickle.
Because the other thing was a tome.
Yeah, the other thing was a tome, so that was a one-time use thing. You're not attuned to that. It's just a book.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
And what does this do again? This is like sometimes protects against piercing damage?
It's called a ring of steel protection. It protects against. It helps you resist bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing of non-magical attacks. Sometimes.
Does Dragon's Breath count as a magical attack?
Nope. It's a physical attack. It's not magically created. It's produced in their bodies, so no.
Oh, fuck, why not?
1,000 gold. Works 50% of the time.
750 gold for something that works half the time.
I mean, it was gonna cost 2,500 gold if it worked all the time. I'm already giving you past 50% of the price. You can give me a persuasion check if you want to.
No, we already got a deal going on.
In the purpose of trying to save a little extra coin, I'll raise it to 950 and attempt persuasion.
Sure.
And charisma.
All right.
Ooh.
I like you.
Charisma!
950 is fine.
Like you said, you're already giving us a discount, and it's something that does work for the most part.
And we'll
That's it.
actually, we could let him know, how often it works.
Oh, I know how often it
Versus
works.
how
I've
many?
tested it. It's just I can't get it to
Oh.
work more often. I've also tested that a lot.
Well, if we figure it out, we'll I guess we could share that information with you.
I mean, maybe a road could figure it out, but it needs a more powerful enchantment on it to work all the time. So it's kind of what I'm looking at.
Ah.
Unless I messed up a sequence or something. I don't know.
I borrowed the road's boat, by the way.
Boat.
I have it right here.
That's the one that does the different sizes, right? Do I remember that correctly?
No, he's got a big one and a small one. I got the small one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't think a big one would fit very well in the marshland.
I've slept since then, so I didn't quite remember how it worked, but that's a good thinking, Snick. I
Don't like
honestly
getting my feet wet.
I honestly completely forgot he had magical folding boats.
Mm-hmm.
But literally, I've slept since then.
It's almost like your DM placed it there and specifically mentioned it because this quest.
Oh my god, I'm so glad we have a medal. Okay.
Just random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need anything.
Doug, do you need any components or anything like that?
I've got plenty of gems and whatnot for the most important spells, so I think we'll be okay.
Okay. So the
We,
last thing shopping.
Dusk, do you need it? Oh, wait.
Too soon.
He
Aw.
probably would need it wherever he's at.
I mean, to be fair, Dust probably needs a lot of things right now.
Solid.
Potion count. Are you just buying everything? Other than the potions?
Yes. 2250 is my total, I think.
How many potions are you buying?
Yes.
2 greater, 6 normal healing, whatever he's buying, poison, and both the antidotes.
Yeah, they said there was 2 of the appropriate antidotes for 15 gold each. 5 potions of poison resistance, because you said they had a bunch of them.
Yeah, so that's 500. So, and then
5 potions of healing and the 2 greater.
Alright. Sounds
Plus
good.
the 950 for the ring that we're going to give to the only person that has attunement stats, and that is 2250.
Sure.
The last thing I will do is I will convert 1100 silver into 110 gold.
Cricket, I need you to give me a strength check for holding the ring.
Can
Oh
Cricket
God,
wear the
you
belt?
handed it
The
to
ring is a
me?
belt.
Oh,
Oh
I'm not
no.
throwing it at the person who's less than a foot tall.
Negative
oh
2.
no! Can I catch her?
Like, I'm holding it out to her, not
You-
say, here,
no,
take
I'm
this.
not saying
She's
that.
gonna try to take it if you're handing it to her.
You-
She's
you
not
can-
smart.
You cannot physically lift the ring.
I'm just sitting there tugging on it
In order to attune
as
to
hard as I
it,
can.
in order to attune
You literally
with
have to
it,
sit
you're
there with
gonna
your
have to
finger
sit-
there for 20 minutes.
You're gonna have to sit there just with your hand on the ring for the entirety of the process. To make
This
it
isn't the
attune to you.
problem. Yeah,
My strength is
I'm
great,
often-
guys.
I'm often
Knows where
holding
it's
books
a belt.
heavier than you, so this is not a problem.
So, Metal, just for reference, we used the fairy race that's from the anime 5e book.
Yep.
Negative
And I had
8
a
strength.
9 for my strength.
I was nice and gave her a 2 for her strength score.
Yeah.
Just hope you guys never run into a wraith or a shadow or
Yeah.
anything like that. It's fine.
I'm leaving if we do.
All good. For the record, I've unattuned to the ethereal gloves and tuned to the second set of daggers.
Sounds good. So,
What is the ring called?
it would be it's a custom made item, but it's a ring of steel
Okay.
protection. I will send it to you, except it
Okay.
has a disclaimer on it, which I can send you afterwards. Is there anything else
Okay.
anyone needs to get shopping wise?
Nope, not me.
All right, we'll go ahead and end session there because I got to go watch Mini Me. But thank you guys
All
for
good.
joining us. We'll be back hopefully next week with the continuation of this, where they actually walk out to the tree and go where they're supposed to go. I wasn't sure how far we'd get this evening. I figured it wouldn't
Shopping's
get super
creepy.
far because shopping, and they've been away from home for a while, so a lot of things to
Yeah,
sort
we
out.
have.
As
I
well as adding
think,
a new
like,
party member. So
Out of character, I think the only thing we would want to do is something that I think me and Hilda both realize is we haven't talked about the merchant. So we would talk to either Erode or Asher, whoever was there, whoever came into view first, and let them know that there's potentially some weirdo asking about a sword, and just to tell them to leave a note.
Which sword was this? Ian? I apologize.
This was the black something.
Black Razor.
Oh,
Black
Black
Razor.
Razor. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Because yeah, the merchant lady basically said no, she's going to tell the guy,
Yep.
So we were
Okay.
just like we were gonna tell him anyway.
just in case some weirdo comes over asking about weird swords. Just tell him like leave a note, and we'll get back to him, and we hopefully survive.
Sure. Sounds good. I will make sure that people know that. So, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow evening for the continuation of our Curse of Strahd campaign, as they have killed the Shambling Mound and are going to walk out of the house.
Sure they are.
Sure.
They don't know anything yet. They're walking out of the house. Everything's fine.
You don't know.
And then we'll continue hopefully Sunday as well with the continuation of our trek through snowy land of death, through more side quests.
No, you're on main quest again. You're heading towards the Sea of Moving Ice and Oriel's abode.
More side quests.
You tell yourself that.
And yeah, hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you guys again tomorrow evening. Have a good one. Bye.
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 Who's just saying we all can.